I always thought Ralphie was so funny from Ed, Ed and Eddie. He was one of my favorites there.
Which one was Ralphie?
Ralph, he was wasn't he the one with blue hair, who had the accent?
Oh yeah, yeah, he was.
And boy.
Small talk.
What a clown!
That was a good one.
I haven't done that voice in so many years. I used to like always quote Ralph back in the day. Welcome everyone tuning in to our 50, or sorry, I started to get excited. Our 46th, 47th episode of Small Talk. I'm your host, as always, Dylan, joined by Sean and Eddie.
How's it going, guys?
What's up, dude?
Saying today, McFarlane's dropping a lot of bombs today, guys, with the Spawn Universe stuff, and Hasbro keeps on hitting and collecting weekly 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, real quick. Before we get, I guess, sorry, Sean, real quick too. We want to thank our friends over at Wada Scrapyard for sponsoring this week's episode of Small Talk. I cut you off there, sorry. No, real quick, I do want to touch on that hitting 1,000 subscribers. I did not think it never like approached my mind that I would ever be part of something that would have 1,000 subscribers. I never like pieced myself together being in media or like a live show or podcast or anything like that. All I wanted to do was talk about shit because I got no one here to talk about it with, and it turned into a great time.
That's than half a hobby. The reason.
I'm a fan. I know it's cliche, and Zach, it doesn't really super align with Zach, but it's not or ever going to be about money for me. And you guys will see we have Super Chat on now with YouTube, I believe. Not 100% sure if it's up and running, but I believe it is for us. Yeah, it looks like we're good to go. But just knowing that we're at 1,000 subscribers, that's just a cool little thing that we've done with the channel. I just wanted to thank Zach a lot, Dean, the main show. They helped us out a lot here within Small Talk. They helped carry the weight when we kind of went through a change in hosts, and so I'd like to give them a lot of credit with everything. They put in a ton of work, especially Zach. I know he does a lot of work, and it's not easy, and his job's just going to keep getting harder and harder. But Eddie, you weren't able to be on the last show. This was our first official show since we hit 1,000. I know you've been on the most recent, or the show right after we hit 1,000. But Sean, I guess you haven't been able to talk about it either. What is it kind of meant for you?
You know, it's really cool. So you had mentioned like just being able to talk about it because you don't have no one else to talk to about it. That was like half the reason why I started working at the comic shop, you know, because my wife, she'd only listen to so much, you know, and I just happened to need a summer job while all the kids are out on summer break, and it kind of worked out that way. But with the podcast, I had always just wanted to do something. I had no clue what it was, what it was about, all the tech equipment, all that kind of stuff. I didn't even know where to start. But I mean, it's a lot of fun. You know, I really enjoy this. I know you said you're not really in it to hit it big or whatever. I wouldn't mind if something like that happened with just the way things go. But it's been a fun ride so far, starting with collecting comics and then joining on with you and Eddie on Small Talk. So.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm just kidding. Eddie, I know you don't have to reiterate yourself too much, but real quick, I want to ask you about your new this is your new setup now, right?
Yeah, it's a work in progress, but this is the new place. Someone moved in, so yeah. I'm setting up. So right here is the desk, and then on the other side I got my collection stuff that I'm setting up, but I'm like a really finicky person, so I keep switching shit up. Like even before, like 20 minutes before this started, I completely shifted the desk. So, uh, but yeah, this is the new place.
Sweet. Yeah. So we just wanted to thank all of our all of our YouTube subscribers there. Obviously, our audio listeners always gonna have a place in my heart. That's what I intended. Small Talk to Be was an audio show, and Zach helped us kind of turn it around into a full out live show. So, sup, Mark? Every James, Danny, everyone, Toy Mafia, everyone in the chat. Good to see you guys joining us. John. All right. So yeah, we can kind of move on. I just wanted to touch on that real quick. Ekwan, good to see you. By the way, speaking, Ekwan just reminded me when he hit the chat. I lifted up my first shelf at Target the other day. Didn't find shit,
Oh, yeah.
but I had to check it out. I just, I was there at like 9 o'clock at night and just looked around, checked underneath, didn't find anything. But
oh man, next time.
Yeah. Oh, Mark, what up, Mark? Thanks, buddy.
Oh shit! Look at this guy.
The first small talk super chat. Love you, Mark. That was one of my best favorite experiences ever. When we had him on After Dark and
he showed his ass.
Huh?
And he showed his ass. That one?
Yeah. Wasn't he drinking these things? So I'm just trying to get this out of my fridge.
Yeah.
But I'm having an Angry Orchard tonight, and I'm pretty sure that's. Oh no, he was drinking those or
Reds,
something like that.
Might have been Reds.
Yeah, that was a good time. Love you, Mark. Okay, so for smaller talk, we got a couple things here. Where one of our big announcements, I'm going to kind of skip around here. But the first big thing I also want to announce is our we're doing a crossover episode with the Dork Lair podcast. So they're three guys on there. Bill or William, Larry, and Chris. Great podcast. Love their work. I've loved their work for a while. When I first started Small Talk, I was really trying to figure out how I wanted to manage the news. That was something I was struggling with, kind of how we wanted to go. Damien and I played around with it a lot back in the day. And I used their podcast a lot for inspiration. They do a lot of things. I was telling you, Sean, that they do a lot of things that I would love to do. But I am really excited. They're very knowledgeable in the community. Bill has helped out a lot with the Mezco community. Helped a lot of people attain figures or deals or things like that. They do a great job there. I'm excited. That will be next Thursday at 7:30 Central Standard Time, so an hour earlier than our normal Thursday show, and we typically have Thursdays off, or every other Thursday off, so next Thursdays will just be a bonus show. And yeah, I'm extremely excited about it. Both you guys are going to be there, right?
Yeah, I should be. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna stray away from the news. Number one, we could fill up any show sheet with small stuff any week ever, but this week or that week we're actually just gonna stray away from it. Just cover the news like our normal show, and then what we're going to do is we're going to cover just kind of some topics I want to pick their brains on. We'll ask them questions, things like that. But yeah, it'll be a good episode. I'm super excited. I've looked up to those guys for a while. They have a great community there too, so check that out. And now for kind of the next thing we want to talk about on our smaller talk or water cooler talk. I kind of like that now that I think about the water cooler talk. Anyways, the other thing I kind of wanted to get to is what we got new, because you guys actually got a ton of stuff in new. I honestly had a very, very slow last week and a half, so I don't have much to show. I did get actually that, holy crap, I'm blanking on the Mezco figure that we talked about last show. Got him in. I will probably kind of just do a mini review on him, audio review on our next show, because I haven't been able to break into him yet, but I'm pretty excited about that. But Sean, what did you get from the last show? Since the last show,
I got a ton of stuff. It's been a good couple of weeks for me. I know Eddie's probably going to talk about it too, but that first thing I got was that Charizard.
Hell yeah, dude. We can talk about it at the same time if you want.
Yeah, let's do it, man. This thing is awesome.
hell yeah, yeah.
I know Jason Nelson and I kind of were talking in the chat a little bit, or on the Facebook page, but he even said running for figure of the year.
I can see that, dude.
Yep. I mean, you and Eddie, you said you were waiting for that Articuno, right?
I think I want the Articuno and the Rayquaza. I'm not. Maybe I'll get both. I'll see when I see them in store. I'll decide. But yeah, I definitely am interested.
You know, I never thought I was gonna pick up something like this, and I was like, I had to get it. I saw it on one of the local pages. One of the local pages here in San Antonio. And I was like, dang, that is just way too cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a sick figure, dude, and the articulation is really cool. It's like super articulated for what I would think a Charizard's articulation would be, but the only things that I don't like about it are the arms seem fragile to me. Like, I'm worried that I'm gonna break it sometimes. But I've messed with it and everything, and it's been fine. It holds up. And then, if you don't like jointy looking figures, it has a lot of joints. So like they definitely stand out. But it's a super cool figure, dude. I'm glad there's finally like a cool Pokemon line for people to like dive into. I've seen people going crazy with pictures on Instagram. Everybody's been photographing this thing, and it photographs really well. The stand is pretty damn sick. It holds up for the figure. It kind of pops, like it'll pop apart for me every once in a while, but when you finally get it, like the weight balance and everything, it does pretty well. So yeah, I like it a lot. I'm interested in, like I said, in the Rayquaza and the Articuno, and then hopefully we'll see what's coming with Wave 2. Hopefully I'm guessing we'll get a starter Pokemon in each wave, and I'm hoping the next one's Blastoise, because I changed my mind. I want Venusaur because I have the SHF Blastoise, so I need to pull that out of storage and see how that one like pairs up with this one. But yeah, pretty sick figure, dude.
I can definitely see myself going down the rabbit hole on these. And
Zach I had actually saying, he hopes they make Dragonite. That would be a sick one.
Yeah, Dragonite would be cool too. But yeah, the next thing I got in was
sorry, real quick. I wanted to ask, how much did that cost again?
Like $20.
Okay,
$19.99.
Yeah. Maybe we got to start maybe covering those guys for how much you guys have liked those figures. We'll have to kind of keep an eye out on them. Start covering them on the show, because I think that line has gotten a lot of good praise within our group here, and I think the only one you said which two are the two that you wanted the most? Articuno and...
Well, in Wave 1, Wave 1's Charizard, Articuno, Rayquaza, and then he's a newer Pokemon. He wasn't in the first... He's like that
the
frog.
Dog, right?
Rayquaza's the dragon, the green dragon.
Right.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And then you know who Articuno is, but the fourth one was he's like Ninja some shit. He was not the first Pokemon, but he was like in I don't even remember.
Greninja?
But it's that one. I think that's what it was.
Ekwan threw it up there. Thanks.
Oh, okay.
Ekwan.
Thanks. Appreciate it, Ekwan. But I'm not so much interested in the newer Pokemon. I know he's not that new, but he wasn't like. I don't think he was in Sapphire and Ruby Red, and I think that was like my most played Pokemon games was Sapphire, Ruby Red. Yeah, I'm looking for all of like the characters all the Pokemon from up till then. So
Yeah.
Danny, you keep comments up like that, I'm kicking you out of the chat. He said, "I hope they make an Imagine Dragon." God damn it.
I like to see them do like a Pidgeotto or something like that. You know, especially with these bases,
cool.
with like these bases and stuff. You know, I mean, you can't even with like a Marvel Legend, you don't always get something like that. You know. So, but
Yeah.
the next thing I got in was that the White Doctor Doom from Secret Wars.
that's a dope figure, man.
Yeah, man. It's really nice. I'm pretty sure it's just a swipe off of the then most recent one from that FF wave. But the fact that it came with that Thanos skull like that from the book.
Oh, I didn't even know that was Thanos' skull.
Yeah,
That's cool.
he rips it out of his. He punches through his stomach and rips it. I've just seen clips of it from the comic, and yeah, he just like mouths off to him, and Doom just rips out his spine.
Yeah, and I feel like that book gets a lot of hate. Like that when it first dropped, a lot of people didn't like it, but I mean that was the first event I really started reading was the Secret Wars stuff. And I bought almost everything off of that. And it had like 15 tie-ins, 20 tie-ins, something like that. And then the last thing I had got in, and this was from Rainer. Rainer picked it up, I think, when he went on his trip to Louisiana, is that Scarlet Witch from the MCU, or from the Disney Plus. And I was going to open that real quick Eddie, if you want to talk about anything else new.
Yeah. So I actually got a good amount in since the last show. I try to stay away from small figures, but they always pull me back, man. So like Sean, I picked up the Charizard. I also picked up, I was looking for the Charizard. I was looking at the Star Wars figures, and I found an Elite Squad Trooper. And I'm trying to get I'm like a sucker for troopers, so I think that's my favorite thing, Star Wars, to collect. So I picked up one of those this last week that Target had a sale on the Amber Collection figures.
Yeah,
and
so
I picked up this Raptor.
I missed out on that sale. What was the sale? Because those normally are $30, right?
Yeah, it was 50% off of all Amber Collection, I think, or most of the Amber Collection. Maybe the first wave or something, because this was $15, I think, $14.99, and it's normally what, $29.99.
Yeah.
So
put that up to the screen quick. I want to see. What do you think of that thing? I'm so interested.
This thing's pretty damn cool, dude.
I'm so pissed I missed out.
It's got a articulated jaw, and it's got obviously everything articulated in the limbs and everything, and then it's got ankle articulation in the feet and the knee articulation and thigh articulation or whatever, because dinosaurs' legs are weird, but it's got 4 points of articulation in the leg, and then the tail has wires in it, dude. So it's pretty cool. So for $15, dude, this is a sick figure, and it's pretty damn big. Next to the Charizard, it's the same size as the Charizard, dude. But it's cool. I'm not collecting the Amber Collection, but if they keep doing sales on these dinosaurs, I might get into them. I'm kind of interested in picking up I don't think it's a pterodactyl, but it is. Yeah. That's the one. I'm thinking about picking that one up. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool figure to get for $15, and then I get all of the NECA Gremlins.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, because I love Gremlins, and I think it's something cool to collect that I can like put Gremlins on every shelf and like just like scatter them in the collection. I think it's pretty funny. So this is the newest figure in the wave. I think the ultimate Greta Gremlin. So I found that. I picked that up. I'll open it up for you guys really quick. But this is obviously from Gremlins 2.
You take them out of the box, don't you?
Yeah. I just haven't got
Okay.
around to opening this one up yet. And then I picked up. I think when we talked about these on Small Talk, I said these cases were gonna get me, and they did. But I'm actually gonna take these two out of the box and start building a little army.
So, what are those two now?
This is the Clone Pilot Hawk Black Series figure with the 50th anniversary of Lucasfilm, the Clone Wars carded, like where it's like the Clone Wars helmeted card back.
Right, like retro card back.
Yeah. But I'm gonna open those up too. I think I want to get. So I missed this whole wave. I've been getting these like secondhand on Facebook, and I got pretty good deals on them. They're pretty much retail. And then I'm trying to find the Echo. So I have those two. I'm gonna get like a couple of these guys to army build, and then I want an Echo to take out of the box and an Echo to keep on the card. So
Yeah.
hopefully I can find some of those, but because they're
Those-
reselling for a lot right now. So.
Those are really cool boxes, and yeah, that's a good one to kind of double up on that. All right, Sean, back to you on your Scarlet Witch. What's your first initial thoughts of the Marvel Legends Disney Plus Scarlet Witch? You're muted. Sorry. Good.
Initially I was trying really hard to stay away from this because I didn't want to buy the Bucky and the Winter or the Cap and all those guys, but now I might have to. I was telling some of the guys at the shop that I kind of wanted to get the Vision from SH Figure Arts that we kind of talked about. I think it was last time, and then their Captain America. So she has the
Okay.
Wait,
translucent
the Falcon
hands.
Captain America is the one you want?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know if I want to buy the whole Legends wave, but I also don't know if I want to spend $100 on getting one figure for
Yeah,
for the
to get the
Disney
wings,
Plus. Yeah. So there's the wing, the one portion of it.
God, that's.
But it
that
looks
Have you-
awesome.
That sucks so bad that's the Build-A-Figure.
Have you looked up on eBay or anything to see how much those pieces are selling for?
No, I haven't. I haven't even thought about that actually. But it looks really cool, man. Scarlet Witch has been one of my favorites since Age of Ultron, and I just kind of like how it's progressed and how they've made things look a lot better for her, especially with like the SH Figure Arts line.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked up that exclusive one where, in the final battle where she's fighting Thanos and stuff. But the tiara looks real nice on that too. So I think it looks like her from the show.
Show it again there, quick. Okay. Oh, and are those the only effects she came with around her wrists there and hands?
Yeah. So these were already on her arms, right? And then just the like the translucent hand. Let's see.
Gotcha. Okay. Sweet.
Oh shit!
So, are you gonna
not bad.
get the Vision if you find them, Sean?
I actually have them on hold already
Gotcha.
because
Okay.
I'm not sure if I want the Legend or if I want to get the SHF when it comes out.
Gotcha. Well, sweet. Yeah, you'll have to keep us updated there. Well, the really the only other thing that we had on the list here for just kind of discussion is, Sean, you put this on. You wanted to talk about buying doubles of figures.
Yeah, so the main show, Collecting Weekly, they were talking about like having doubles of statues, having doubles of hot toys and things like that for the value and how much they're paying for. And I thought that would be a good conversation for us, because I think it's a lot easier in 1/12 stuff to buy different variations of these characters and it not really break the bank. And I think one of the things sometimes we sacrifice is, maybe the head sculpt's not like right on, or they don't include certain effect pieces or whatever, right? But I kind of think about it with like my in-game display that I have. I have at least 2 Iron Man from the Mark 85, and then I have multiple of like Thanos. One, because he's my favorite character, right? But like there's different variations that they come out with, and a lot of times it's pretty easy to get those readily available. Sometimes not have to wait, like what they were saying, like over a year or two for them to finally decide to be like, okay, it's time to push this one out. So Dylan, what do you think?
So I talk about it way too much, but the space is the biggest thing. So weird thing, I used to collect doubles of Hot Toys.
Wow.
One to,
how?
One to keep, like 2 of the Hot Toys that I picked that I really liked and wanted. So I would have one I would just like keep in the box. And then one I would take out and display, play around with, mess around with, and everything like that.
And what was the purpose of the one in the box? To have an extra when the first one like got old, or
peace of mind for me. I couldn't stand the thought of ruining or breaking or something like that after buying something that expensive.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand the thought of messing that up. And I've talked about that before on some of the Mezcos that are like in the $700 to $800 worth now. I am like that with them, to where I don't even like to take them out because I just like am too scared to break them at that point. I think Dean has actually talked about that too, how he hates that sometimes. And so I used to do that with Hot Toys, and I eventually obviously had to stop due to space and sold a bunch of my doubles. But once I started like figuring out, okay, these things don't break like that easily. But it was really the like the aliens and the predators back in the day that I would like worry about, like their skin breaking and cracking and all that whole mess. That was the big reason then, is I was scarred by those, because that's what I focused on. That's what I always had. But yeah, that I had to get out of that once I had my own place, and I couldn't store them at the house. Because when I got into Hot Toys, I got into them way too young, I always say. Like, I was still in high school buying these fucking things, and I lived in a small town, so I literally wouldn't spend my money on anything else. Like, I had nothing else I had to worry about for money. And once I graduated, I was like, okay, now I have to, number one, store all these. And number two, now I actually have other expenses, so maybe that's probably not the best way to go about it. But yeah, I had to get out of it. There's certain things I will do that on nowadays, mainly things that I like in Eddie's case with those Black Series retro like packaging ones. If I really like the packaging, I will do that. Really now, yeah, that's like the only time I'll do it for personal reasons. Other than that, I buy doubles every once in a while for giveaways and things like that for small talk. So I have like a tub that I want to do for some giveaways, by the way, for our 50th episode. There's going to be a couple things up. I'll go through them at the end of the show. So if anyone wants to hang around and see what we'll probably be putting up for the 50th. But yeah, there's a lot of things I want to kind of figure out there. But that's the only other really reason I've ever had to buy doubles or wanted to. What about you, Eddie?
Well, I guess I'll start in smaller scale and then I'll work my way up. So 112 scale stuff, I'll buy doubles of troopers because I army build clone troopers especially, but that's what I'll buy doubles of. If it's a carded figure like this, like the Echo that has this retro carded one, I'll buy one to open and one to keep on the card. Gremlins maybe, because I can basically take the accessories that come with and switch them up, and like one gremlin could be a completely different gremlin. So those I could buy doubles of. And then going, like, I have never bought two of the same hot toy ever. I was gonna do it with the Hellboy. That was gonna be the first one I did it with, because I wanted he's essentially two different versions of him if you change the accessories up. So I was gonna do it with that, and I ended up not doing it, but because that's just it, that shit is expensive, dude. But I am gonna buy multiples of the 501st Troopers that they just came out with, because they're like three different figure in one pretty much, because you got the 332nd head, you got the phase 2 and the phase 1 helmets. So I'm gonna buy a lot of those. But as far as like, because when I had talked about this in the chat when we were trying to decide show topics, and I had mentioned this, I was thinking, because statues, it's hard to do it with, right? You can't buy 2 Silver Surfers when they're $600 each, you know what I mean? So that's why I thought it was tough to collect different or 2 of the same character. It's not like necessarily the exact same thing. I was thinking more of like Sean, for instance, with there's different versions of Thanos. So you have King Thanos, you have regular Thanos or whatever, and then so it's hard to do that with statues, but you can do that, I think, with 12 scale and 1/6. 1/6 maybe is a little too much, but I like having different versions of the same character too. So like I have a Commander Cody statue, I have Commander Cody hot toy, and then I have the Commander Cody Black Series. So like I like doing that, but as far as like different versions of statues, then I'm like, no.
Mark says, when I was in high school, I spent the whole time doing one thing, wasn't studying or buying doubles. I can tell you that. God damn it, Mark.
Wow.
And Sup Scott took you long enough to join us. Just kidding. Sorry, I interrupted you. Keep going, Eddie.
No, I was pretty much done talking about it anyway, man.
Yeah, you're definitely probably not alone. I would say definitely not alone with what you're doing with those 501st Hot Toy Troopers that come with the different helmets. Those are awesome. I actually was going to get a couple of them to put behind Anakin, because I had the sideshow one, and I was going to do that plan, and I'm like, wait a second. Hot Toys is starting to break into Clone Troopers. This was after they announced some Clone Trooper license. I don't remember what it was. I just, somehow I had the idea that it was coming, so then I sold the Sideshow one, and I was going to get a couple of them, and I just didn't for space-wise, because I'm also going to want to get a couple other troopers, but yeah, it's all space nowadays that is killing me.
Yeah,
for
definitely now
sure.
that I move places, space is a bigger concern of mine, so I'm in that boat, man.
Yeah, and Scott, that was my fault. I was late with getting the announcement up. I'm so bad with doing that in a timely order, but so that one was my fault. And oh shit, you're opening the one right now.
Yeah, I thought I'd open it while we were just talking. So
I actually have these are also okay, I'll be honest. I struggled with these if I wanted to keep them for personal or for a giveaway. The giveaway. We'll see. how wanted they are by the time episode 50 rolls around, because we still have a ways until then. But one of them is, I was just perusing Target the other day and got super lucky. It was like I said, like 9 p.m. So like randomly they had the Hunter from the Bad Batch Black Series.
If you're about to show Crosshair, then you're giving that to me. There will be no giveaway. You're just giving it to me.
The Elite Squad Trooper.
Guys, we lied. This is not a giveaway. This is trades me and Dylan are going to work on. He lied. Don't listen to him. Son of a bitch.
good old Crosshair here. So, honestly, I looked at Crosshair, and I, like, passed these things, like, 3 times. I'm like, nah. And then I like, pulled and looked at Crosshair, and he's pretty loaded. He just... His gun is huge. That's what she said. Like his helmet is a really cool design. I think wasn't it Foosh? Someone was saying that their shoulder pads aren't right, but it doesn't bother me a ton. I'm into the show. I'm a big fan of
I love the show so far.
It's kind of dangerous. If Hot Toys actually completes the line, I will highly consider doing them. I made fun of you, Eddie, for saying that, but I think I may do that if they announce other ones just other than Echo and Hunter, right? Those are the 2 they've done.
Of Bad Batch, they've done Crosshair, Hunter, and then
they did
Wrecker.
Crosshair?
You have fucking Crosshair in your hand. What are you talking?
No, I'm talking about Hot Toys.
Oh, Hot Toys. My bad. No, you're right. Then they've done Hunter and Echo, and that's it.
Yeah. So who knows if Hot Toys doesn't finish that, I'm gonna really want these Black Series ones. But otherwise, yeah, I want
all of them.
Yeah,
like
they're
Hot
cool.
Toys and the Black Series. I think they're awesome. I actually have Hunter too, and I didn't even pull him out for my new this week because I don't think I showed him off last time. But I have Hunter, and I got Wolf because I didn't have Wolf, so I got Wolf. But yeah, they're cool. They're cool. I watched Foosh's review of Wrecker today, and Wrecker looks like a good one too. I have him on pre-order. He's a deluxe.
What do you think? Yeah, he's like the $30 one. What do you think of that figure that you just took out of the box? Pretty good? Just nothing different
No,
or
he's
special?
pretty sick. I like the different helmet design that these guys have. I am not too familiar with the things that are different because I know one thing that's talked about a lot on these is that they're the new body for the troopers. I don't know what the old body was like, so I mean, they seem great to me. They got double jointed knees, double jointed elbows. I don't think the Bad Batch characters have double jointed elbows, right? They're going away from that, I thought.
Kind of, but they're like extended joints. They're like
they're longer.
It like extends all the way through, kind of to forearm slits.
So I think this is one that's on the old body then, because he doesn't have the butterfly joints, and I don't know if Hunter and them have butterfly joints, but they have that inner piece in the shoulder that's like a butterfly joint, and then their shoulder pads are connected differently. Like this one, I think the Hunter and the Crosshair, the shoulder pads are connected in the chest piece, and they're like a rubber, so it bends up with it. I actually think I like this better, where the shoulder pad is connected to the shoulder and it just stays there. Because to be honest, those little rubber pieces get in the way when I'm articulating it. And this one, like, because it has a bigger cut where the shoulder's inserted, like the pad just fits in there when you're lifting his arm and stuff. So I don't know. I like it a lot, the articulation with this one. And I like that he has like the hoses and everything to the helmet and stuff. So it's a cool figure. I don't remember Clone Pilot Hawk, like what episodes this dude was from.
I think
So
they're
I would have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure either. I want to say he makes they make multiple appearances, but I'm not 100%
The
sure.
only thing that I don't like is they only come with a couple hands, and I kind of wanted to, because he's like a pilot. I wanted to do like a saluting kind of a pose with him, but it just comes off like he like is dumbfounded, doesn't know what he's doing because he's using the trigger hand.
Scratching
He's
his
like,
head.
"What the fuck is going on?" You know? But
Yeah, because it's just the trigger from
Yeah.
the hand for
Yeah.
audio listeners.
um,
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I wish they had more hands and stuff, but that's not a huge gripe. You know, I get that they're $20, you know. But it's cool figures, dude.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys had a hell of a last week, and did you pick some of them up while you were on vacation, Eddie, or were they? Just
I was yeah. So I was on hiatus for the last like 3 or 4 days after being on every stream. I just completely dipped, dude. No, I was working in Mammoth. So people from Cali, or maybe some that aren't from Cali, know that's kind of like up by Yosemite. It's like up in the mountains. It's about a 5-hour drive from where I am in LA, like driving up into the mountains, and I didn't have service up there. I couldn't stream up there. I was working out there Monday, Tuesday, and then I came back Wednesday, and I'm actually going back next Monday and Tuesday. So I'll miss those streams Monday and Tuesday again.
You had enough service to talk shit, though. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
well, you know, that's a given, dude. I don't think I gotta come in at least and you know, do what I do. But
Yeah. So yeah, no, good to have you back. Glad your first show back was Small Talk.
shit.
We will hit off in the news here. First thing, Mezco was very quiet, but they finally did the announcement of the Fantastic Four. This one I'm pretty excited for. I ordered Invisible Girl? Is that her name? Wow.
Invisible Woman.
Invisible Woman. Holy smokes. She was the only one who didn't impress me a ton. I think she's on their new body that they've been talking about. Because that's one thing Mezco's definitely been lacking on, is their female bodies. I haven't had any break, but there's been a lot of people saying some of the other ones have. It comes with that, what's that robot's name? I can never remember him. I don't know obviously, as you guys can tell, I don't know a ton about the Fantastic Four. I know like that,
Me
they're
either,
classic. They're a big part of Marvel. They call them the first family.
The first family, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know a ton about them. I got them because I wanted to explore, and this is why I kind of stayed away from Marvel Legends with them. It's right in the niche of when I like to go with Mezco, between like Hot Toys or Marvel Legends. That's kind of where they're at. And then the other big thing is they teased a Doom that I'm super excited about. But you can see some of the cool effects with Mr. Fantastic. He has like two stretchy arms and like extended big Herbie. Thank you, Danny. That's the robot's name.
Yeah.
He's looked at as like a accessory to Mr. Fantastic, but he's got like an extended neck, legs, arms, all kinds of things there. He's got 3 heads, one with a beard, one with a smile, and then just kind of a stern look. And then Invisible Woman, she's got kind of like energy shield effects and blasts and things like that.
Dude.
Yeah.
Why did they not give her invisible hands, and why did they not give her an invisible head? Like I was agreeing with you. She's the lackluster one to me because she comes with some good accessories. They're all like showing off her force field power, but I definitely think they missed the boat on the head, the invisible head, and the invisible hands.
Yeah, so moving on to the Human Torch, people complain that he comes with a ton of flame effects he has like a flame effect stand, and then a bunch of features and lights up and stuff like that, and then like a red flamed out head. But then like a lot of people were complaining that his body wasn't flamed out either, which would have been comic accurate apparently. Like his entire body turns to flame. So a lot of people were kind of complaining about that. I got to give credit. I think Foosh had the good idea of maybe down the line, depending on how well this does, they will do a PX version, which would suck as well, where they look just a tad different, same, like a lot of remolds and recasting and things like that. Just different coloring, and sometimes a few different accessories, and that makes me think maybe they'll take a stab at making Invisible One actually like invisible. But again, you know, how much do you do that? How maybe they tried and they just couldn't make it not looks extremely gimmicky, with, you know, kind of doing translucent or something like that. I think it would have been cool to maybe give her like a suit that that would like stand, like you could maybe like peg in and you just couldn't see anything. It would like, it's just an extra accessory, like an extra body. Something like that I think would have been something they could have done, but yeah, I don't know how far that probably wouldn't have been worth the extra cost of including it. But overall, I think the Human Torch's stuff looks awesome. One thing that I really like about Mezco is I'm a sucker for accessories, I always say, too. And that's one thing they usually do pretty well on, is they look gimmicky in these pictures, but when you see them and you get to mess with them in person, they're a lot of fun, and they look way better than you think they do.
Is that one on the left? Is that like... Can you
This?
put his torso on that?
I think so, because they call it like a base.
Yeah.
They call it his actual base, so I think it's like he almost like hovers on it.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not 100% sure. I didn't see some of the things that they showed in the pictures, really how they position him. I want to say it's him flying. Let me see. Sean, did you include... Yeah,
Yep.
I know he has ones that look like he's flying, but they didn't have any with him with that base that I can remember. So I thought that was kind of strange with it, because that's obviously like a huge piece, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to check real quick kind of while we're talking to see if I missed anything, but I don't remember seeing much with it. Everything they have is just kind of him already like on fire. But yeah, I believe like he hovers in this top part. That's what it seems like in the pictures, but like I said, there's nothing with him like fully displayed with it.
Because when he flies, Sean, his legs like turn into that like that. Yeah, what that base looks like a turbo boost kind of a thing.
He's either like that or he's fully flamed out. I mean, even in the comics, I remember, I think it's the first appearance of for the Super Scroll, like on the cover, he's even like flamed out already, you know. So I would have liked to see something more like that, you know. I mean, I think this is all cool, but with that costume for him, it really only makes sense if like he's just kind of hanging around the rest of the team, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think those flame effects look really good, especially with like some of the stuff that has been coming out, not only with like Mezco, but even like Marvel Legends and things like that. I think those are some of the better flame effects that we've seen.
Yeah.
Sure. And like the Thing comes with 4 heads. Well, the rest of them all come with 3. So he comes with an extra head, and then like his trench coat is like disguise kind of.
Right.
Like trench coat, sunglasses, hat, and then he comes with like a rebar or a bar for bending, along with like the like a stoplight or a street light. So I think what you can make this display look like is the epitome of what's great about Mezco and why I love him. I'm extremely excited about it. I know a lot of other people complained about the soft goods, like with Invisible Woman. I will always say Mezco doesn't do themselves any favors with their promo picks. Everything I've seen from them, they look better, much better in person. But we'll have to see. But this is really cool with the Herbie. Like he's got like sliding tray, analysis tray they call them, onboard supercomputer, and then he's got like rocket boosters you can put on the bottom of them. And then mobile lab, like stuff that opens up all around him. So it's a lot. This comes with. This will run you $420. And yeah, you can get it for free shipping still with Entertainment Earth. I always think Entertainment Earth is tax free. Like they don't charge tax, but they do. But free shipping because they have a threshold usually that you have to reach. So yeah, there's and then here is where they tease Doom that I talked about previously. If you guys remember, they had some like spiky green creature here that we could not figure out what it was, right? Like we just sat there and speculated.
Right.
We could not figure it out, and they just replaced it with Doom. So, and they flat out said Doom was coming.
Mm-hmm.
So,
this is cool, man.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people were excited for Mezco to do this team, and I know it opens up a lot of characters that Mezco could do, like Doom, and then we could see Super Skrull, Skrulls in general. Like it would be good army builder for Mezco. Dude, Silver Surfer. I don't think they'll do Silver Surfer though, just because they don't. Mezco doesn't do those kind of figures that aren't clothed, right? Have they ever done a non-clothed?
Yeah, they will, because they're doing like a Conan, but even then it still has a little soft goods on there.
Yeah.
Also, like the thing here, I think the big thing with that is they'll flat out, like Mez, the CEO, is very particular on things, and if he can't get it to work out, they'll just skip it. So, like, if he can't make that Silver Surfer look, what is it, $60 to $70 to $80 better than a Marvel Legends, they won't do it. They won't take the time in doing it. By now, they've earned my trust to where even though, like, the Thing, if you look at this, initially I thought, like, this doesn't look that much better than the Marvel Legends Thing. Mm-hmm. Which, in my personal opinion, I still don't think it looks a ton better. But what else can you do to the Thing, really? You can only do so much to him. In the way you make him look and everything. He doesn't have much for soft goods, which they do well. It's going to be a lot of, I think, the face sculpting and then some of the articulation maybe that he can do. Mm-hmm. But they're going to have to, Galactus, Scott mentioned, would be cool.
That would be crazy.
But yeah, this you're right, Eddie. This opens up a lot of doors. I hope this sells well, so they keep doing things like these. Not particularly like package deals, but more characters in the Marvel Comics line. They kind of went away from them for a little while, I feel like, and they're starting to get back into them. It seems like kind of comic / Mezco feel-ish to them. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I think I ordered it almost right away. And this one is a deluxe steel box, so it's going to be like in their metal tin or whatever that they typically do.
Yeah, and then so Mafex is coming out with their Avengers Endgame Captain Marvel due to release April 2022 for $99.
Wow.
I really like it. I think the colors are a little bit better. I think it's a little too dark on like her upper chest with that blue, but I see the likeness and kind of she has like that angry face, right? That she had when she first showed up in the battle scene, and there you go with like the flame effects and stuff. Again, I think that looks really really good on her arms, on her biceps and stuff. What do you think, Eddie?
I think it's cool. Has Mafex done the like solo movie version of her yet? No, right?
I don't think so. I think SHF did it, right?
Yeah. I knew someone did it, but I didn't know if it was Mafex or not. It's interesting that they're starting with the Endgame version of her, because they're kind of doing like the older movies. They're starting with like Infinity War, right? All the things they've done so far is Infinity War, so it's interesting that they're doing Endgame for her.
I think they announced the original 3 in Endgame. Like
They
what
did?
do they call them? Like the big.
Oh, they did.
3
They
or
did the
whatever.
85.
Yeah.
We just talked about the 85.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I think those have been the only ones though. Maybe like some random ones like Doctor Strange. Do you remember, Sean, in particular?
Did they do a Strange? Did they announce a Strange? I thought that was
They may have.
SHF too.
I'm pretty sure they did a Doctor
They may
Strange
have
because we had
announced
it,
one,
but
yeah.
it was like what Eddie said. It was the Infinity War one, I think, and we had
Right.
because I believe we were comparing them with SH Figure Arts.
We were.
That's right. Yep.
I remember because we were comparing that. I said the SHF wins because it has that time stone effect that he does when he's like
right
sitting,
when he's doing the
floating thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The predictions and stuff. But
I like Mafex, dude. I like them more than SHF. I know they're more expensive and
QC
and
issues.
they
is the
have
big thing they had to get
QC
past.
issues, but I think their figures look better, in my opinion. So
I definitely think they look better as well. I just find it so hard to find them. You know, besides like getting them maybe like overseas or something like that. I know Big Bad has them, but it's just like I'd rather kind of see it for myself, just because I haven't had one yet, and I don't know. I've been pretty happy with the SHF stuff too. So
Yeah, that's a valid worry is not seeing them, I guess, anywhere and purchasing blindly. I had a rough start with them when I kind of went through. I got the comic book colored Spider-Man, and it was the classic case of where that a lot of people had where the hip like would just come off. It was like with barely posing him. But I messaged Big Bad where I got it from. They just sent me a new one, and that one's been fantastic. So, yeah, I think they're improving. A lot of people say they're improving. We'll have to see. I know, Sean, I think you're waiting on The Mandalorian as well as I am, and I'm excited to do a SH Figure Arts Mando versus Mando between SH Figure Arts and
I've kind of wanted that exclusive SHF Captain Marvel as well. So maybe if you do that one, I'll see if I can pick this up.
There you go.
So they're also doing their Batman Hush Mafex for Harley Quinn, and you know this is the storyline that I've always wanted to read. I've just never jumped on it, but it's due to release 2020 or April 2022 for $100. I like how it's kind of classic Harley.
yeah,
But other than that, I don't really have an opinion on it. I'm just not a huge fan. So what do you think, Eddie?
dude, I think this is the best looking classic Harley figure I've seen. Mezco did one, and it's pretty good, but I didn't like because she has the what do you call it around her neck? They had like the
the clown
things
right?
or whatever.
The collar.
The clown bib
Yeah,
or something.
it didn't with cloth. It didn't look that good to me on the Mezco. And then I really like her. Look at the painting in the eyes and the detailing. That's insane. I think it looks really good. What do you think, Dylan?
Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm excited. This is one of the first times we've ever been able to look at a Mafex besides the Dark Knight series. A Mafex to Mezco comparison, like straight up of what they are supposed to represent. This is the first time we'll have to see it, and Mezco, like, unlike the Dark Knight series, Mezco's, that was one of their first ones where they branched off of, like, Star Trek and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting, like, that one was a long time ago compared to Mafex, and Mafex's were amazing, and probably, honestly, better figures than Mezco's.
You had the Catwoman, right? I mean, the Mezco Catwoman wasn't necessarily the Hush version, but
right, yeah, that was like kind of their own. And that one was still kind of a ways away. You can still find that Catwoman, but that one was still pretty old. the difference between Mofex and that one will be. This one, Harley Quinn, came out this year, I'm pretty sure, or close to it.
Yeah.
So I gotta say, like, that's gonna be their closest comparisons on how they do between the two. The Harley Quinn one and this one. The big thing with this one is going to be, she doesn't come with a couple accessories. I didn't include a picture here, but she comes with a hammer and then the 3 heads. So we'll have to see what she comes with. That's one area Mezco did really well with. Is their detail on their accessories. Like the hammer was weathered really nice, and then she had like a couple gimmicky like Joker type guns or weapons and things like that. So we'll have to see. I'm excited for it. I can definitely understand Eddie, you kind of saying like that collar neck thing that went around her didn't translate as well. My biggest thing, I've gotten over it a little bit, but I've always preferred hidden joints compared to like very
right
visible,
out in the open,
open ones. I've warmed up to them a lot more than I used to, but I still prefer hidden joints more than anything, which is why I always have loved Mezco. So we'll have to see too. I know, typically they're more dynamic and things like that, but yeah, no, I think this is gonna be fun. We'll have to see here. McFarlane actually kind of were the showstoppers on, I guess, going to be on this show or recent news in the small stuff that we cover. Because they released the Violator they've been teasing, that we've been talking about, which is a deluxe mega figure, $52.99, due in August.
Jeez.
So pretty quick turnaround. But yeah, this is like kind of a bulk, like instead of like the super gangly looking ones, this one's pretty bulked up. I think was it you, Eddie, that said that on the last show?
Yeah, because I wanted to. I was hoping it was the gangly one. But this is cool. It looks good. I just prefer that.
You gotta expect that they'll come out with another one.
Yeah, they will. Yeah.
But yeah, no, this one's cool. It's just like an updated Spawn. And then the other one was the Clown Deluxe. This one's just considered a deluxe. So this one's only $43. I'm guessing a little smaller, but he comes with a ton of shit that clips onto his backpack.
Yeah.
Here you can see like a bunch of guns and rockets and things like that. So and he's a lot stubbier, kind of more classic looking. Also due in August. And then there's the box. That looks pretty sweet actually. Both boxes of the Violator and him look pretty awesome, kind of throwback-ish. The other thing was the Redeemer figure. This one is the one that looks like it has wings, kind of like an angel, gold and blue armor, with a big sword. He is $27.99, still considered a deluxe, due in August. I don't know anything about this character. Do you guys?
I think he's newer, right? I think he just recently got put into the comics around after the 300 or around that time.
Okay.
Somewhere around there, yeah. I think he's actually gonna have his own book in this new universe that they're building.
Because that just released
this last Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to see. Scott said Hulk Violator. It's a cool looking Violator. I like it as well. I know a lot of people prefer the OG look kind of, but I like this one rather than the kind of gangly, skinny looking one. But and then the fourth one that we finally got an announcement, the fourth deluxe figure that we finally got an announcement for is the Raven Spawn. So it's kind of like a dead zombie looking one. And this guy's only $27 as well, or $26.99, depending where you'll find them. Probably be a little cheaper again if you find them in stores. But this one's also due in August. So
this is the the first wave of like a Spawn line for him, right? Because the Spawn stuff that he's released in the past has all been Mortal Kombat with the new figures he's doing. So this is the first
Besides
actual
Kickstarter,
Spawn,
yeah.
right? Well, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, I think you're right there. If it's not, he's just done Spawn figures, and it hasn't been a wave like this.
Right.
Yeah, they're all. I think they're all part of the Mortal Kombat thing, just changed.
And
Yeah. Sorry, what?
Oh, I think he froze.
Oh.
sorry, I didn't know if I
Sean
lost y'all.
definitely
Did I lose
froze.
y'all
wait.
again?
For a minute, yeah, but
you're
good.
back.
Dang,
That was
man.
a really unflattering look. You
I
froze
bet it
on.
wasn't. Man, I cannot wait to. I cannot wait to get out of this place. But what I was gonna say though is we'll talk about it a little bit more later. But they're really trying to expand that Spawn universe because I feel like I never got into reading too many of the comics for him, but just from like knowing what it's about, like he wasn't able to like expand it crazy like the way he wanted to, but now it's like he's gonna try to go like Spider-Man, kind of like how that's
Yeah.
expanded and stuff like that. So
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It looks, yeah, I like the way a lot of his stuff looks. I just never got into it as a young age, and I have enough things that I'm already into.
That's the problem,
But-
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's cool, but it's like the only one I'm really tempted by this wave is the clown because I have the Mortal Kombat Spawn, the original one, and that's an amazing figure, and I would like the clown to go with him. So that one really tempts me. So if I see that in store, I may pick it up. I know the pre-orders went up for this already, but I didn't. It's more of like one of those things. If I see it, I'll probably end up grabbing it. But he might be the only one that I get
You're
just to go
not-
with Spawn.
Not the Violator, huh?
I told you I would have preferred the skinny
Yeah.
one just because I didn't read the books. I have a trade paperback of like the first 6 books in the series, or it's the first story, which is like I don't know if Sean's familiar with the Spawn stories or not, but like it was the story with the ice cream man, the ice cream truck guy. So it's like I think that's the first Spawn story, but I have that trade paperback. I read it, but I'm more of a Spawn guy from the movie with Michael J. White. I liked that movie a lot as a kid. Me and my brother. I know it's not the best movie.
Yeah, the
But,
clown sucks. In that
Yeah,
movie.
I like that actor too that plays the clown, dude. He's that guy's funny. But yeah, it's definitely like something that didn't age well, you know.
Yeah, it definitely did not.
But so that's why I would like to have Spawn and then the clown, and if it was the skinny Violator, I probably would have got it. But that's about as far as like my Spawn fandom goes. So it's like I don't know if I need these, but I know that it is like a big character line. Like people love Spawn, so I'm sure this will do well. It's just not for me.
Yeah. Aero Maestro said the Redeemers considered the anti-Spawn, Heaven's equivalent of Hell's Hellspawn. Powerful religious warrior infused with heavenly matter, purpose to be a durable, loyal warrior of God. That looks
That's
copy
pretty cool.
and pasted, but that's exactly what we needed. Thank you for that. That's answers our question on who he was. And then Michael Hood pointed out who the guy's name who is playing the clown in that movie we were talking about, Eddie. I don't know how to pronounce his name. John Leguizamo. I don't remember how to, but Michael also says, love that old HBO animated series. That was some serious entertainment. Wish they would return to finish it. And then Scott says, I can remember seeing Spawn in theater. Thought it was cool. Yeah, it was pretty much the CGI that didn't hold up from what I can remember.
Yeah.
I watched it not that long ago, and it was the CGI that was the tough part to watch. But the rest of it wasn't terrible. And then back to their classic multiverse, DC multiverse line. So this one is their White Knight Batcycle. August 2021, $25. I think you can still order it from Amazon when I looked yesterday. And this front part does extend out, like these shields. You can see in the next picture here, it like comes out quite a bit. And to make it like good size, actually. So, pretty cool looking. I don't
Just
think
a lot of penis jokes in that. Just like a lot.
ton of penis jokes that you can see. All types of rubber on the tires and extension. I don't know. We got to move on.
It's cool, man. I like the White Knight stuff, so that's a cool bike. I have that Batman, so I'm tempted to get it to go with him, but
Did you
it's a
get
lot of
into the
shelf
comic
space.
for the White Knight?
I didn't read. I read the Azrael recent run. It's not. I'm not. I have all the books, but I stopped after a while because I couldn't keep up with my pool. So I did read the Azrael run, and that was it. So I didn't read like the beginning when it was about the Joker and the alter ego of Joker, which was like, what was his name, Sean? Do you know?
The
It started with an N or something, but yeah, I didn't read the original. I read the Azrael run, and I loved it a lot. So I need to go back and read the first run, and I need to keep up with the new run. But it's good. It's pretty good, and Sean Gordon Murphy, his art is really good too. That's a lot. That's a lot of the reason why I read it.
Okay. And then, we spoke earlier about the Dark Knight Returns stuff. So they finally, McFarlane finally got their hand in that game here. They have a Dark Knight Returns, like armored Batman, due in September 2021, $20. Should be able to find them pretty much anywhere. To tell you, like, this is one of the comics that I've read in full, and I think they did a good job with the undersuit, making it look like cloth here.
Yeah.
The cape, I'm glad that's actual soft goods. The one thing that bothers me is it's like black, pure black. It's not that black in the comic.
It's more of like a dark gray, right? Or is it
Right.
even a lighter gray, maybe?
It's gray for sure, and I'll be honest, this looks cool. It's just not accurate to the comic.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure why they did it that way, but it's cool to see them starting to dive into that line. We'll see how much they'll expand there. They have a lot they can explore.
Does the helmet look a little small to you too?
Yes.
I know that the body is big, and like so that's why the helmet looks smaller. But like, if you look at it where his like jaw is, he's already big in this comic series. Like, Batman. This is like Batman when he's 50, dude, and he's like
60s,
ripped.
yeah,
and he's like a thick guy, and it just doesn't look like he's wearing a helmet. Like, that's the normal size of his head. It should be a little bit bigger, I think.
Yeah, I can see that. I know it did look funky in the comic as well. It was almost like he wasn't wearing like mask armor. He was just wearing his regular mask, so that could be why. It does look still, in this picture, it looks a little small. In this one, it doesn't look so bad, but it still kind of looks a little disproportionate with the chest and head. I can definitely see that. We'll have to wait and kind of see there, but yeah, that's definitely something to look at there. As much, obviously, as you can pick apart a $20 figure, but
Yeah.
They also released something he's teased with the Wonder Woman, designed by Todd McFarlane, for $20, due in September 2021 as well. So she comes with a cool shield with her emblem, like the Wonder Woman emblem in it. It's silver and gold along with her sword, and then her outfit is funky for Wonder Woman, like pretty much cloth, or I guess clothed technically, all the way down, but like red and blue and gold. it's different the way he has it set up, and then she has like big winged kind of it's not a crown. What's the thing I'm thinking of, Sean?
Like a tiara.
Yeah. Yeah, and then cool shoulder armor, and then knee/shin armor with her boots. Honestly, looks very detailed up like from head to toe. Looks really good. But I've seen a lot of people, and Danny says looks kind of like a blue scythe. I've seen a lot of people talk about that, but anybody know if the GameStop Deluxe Mandarin Spawn will be restocked, or is it history now? I don't know that answer for sure, Michael, but typically if it's knowing McFarlane and also GameStop at that, is they'll typically restock it for a while. It's not like a numbered thing. You'll see it go in and out for a while. I don't think it's gone for good. You'll see McFarlane stuff there forever. But yeah, this will be interesting. Some people didn't really like her as a Wonder Woman, but liked just the way she looked in general, as like maybe playing a different character, like what Danny's alluding to, Lady Sif from Thor. But it's definitely a good original take. I like it overall. I don't think I'll get it. I'm trying to stay out of 7-inch besides NECA Alien Predators, but it looks good.
Yeah, it does. It's cool.
And yeah, no ankle rocker, obviously, like you can see in this pose, but still cool to see her even able to do that in general. And then the last DC thing we have on the board with McFarlane is Green Lantern versus Dawnbreaker, and this is Hal Jordan's Green Lantern. This is a 2-pack and due in August, and this one I believe is $42. I have it on the show sheet as $20. Definitely not going to be that. I think it's $42 on Amazon. When I last checked, it was still up, but this one looks pretty cool. And not a big Green Lantern guy at all, but that one, and then this one was new, right, Sean? So this one was a Mortal Kombat Malefic spawn.
Right.
Due September, also $20. So a little bit different of a take. This is honestly really cool, and this looks like soft goods cloak. I don't think it is. They do a good job of making it look like, because the way it's like tucked in on the side here underneath his arm. But this one's like a red and silver accented spawn. I think it looks pretty cool, actually.
I think so too. It kind of looks like Jason X. If you guys know who Jason X is.
No. Oh, it's from Friday the 13th, like the future looking one.
Yeah, when they're in space and they find him and they unthaw him, and then he gets like the nano spikes or whatever on him, and he gets that silver mask. That's what it looks like. I can see that.
Yeah, that's a good one. I've said before, like there's certain things I don't like about the Spawn look. I'm not the biggest Spawn fan, but I like this look of him. Then he comes with 2 green effects as well. And then we finally have details on these guys for you. We talked about them last show as in a tease, but for you, Eddie, they finally came out with prices. Okay? Do you know all their names so I don't have to butcher them?
Yeah. It's so Aang, obviously, up on top Aang. Of Appa. And then the girl is Katara. And that the guy next to her, that's her brother, Sokka. And then the dude with the scar on his face is Prince Zuko. He's the Fire Lord's son. And then but you know the story and everything, right? Like Prince Zuko is hunting down Aang, and he kind of Katara and Sokka are the ones that find him frozen in the ice, and so. But one thing that confused me, which you might bring it up right now when you talk about him. So there's 2 different lines he's doing, like a 7-inch line and then like a smaller line.
Yeah, so I don't think we have much on the 7-inch line right now. This, I believe, is the smaller line. don't know about exact dimensions. I think it's like near 3 3/4, but I want to say it's a little bigger than that. So
Yeah.
the people, like you said, Aang, right?
Yeah.
Aang and all of like these 4 people themselves are $10 each, and then Appa is like the yak looking thing.
Yeah,
He is $14.99, and I'm guessing if these were the bigger ones, they'd be a lot more than that. There also is a Aang coming with a glider for $15, but yeah, I think they're coming for the bigger ones. I don't think these are them yet.
Yeah, so no bigger, like, the only thing that's been put up for pre-order is the smaller line, right? Because a bunch of it went up for pre-order, and I saw a bunch of links and stuff, so I checked them all out, and I think I was confused because one Aang just comes with his staff, and then the other one comes with the open staff that he actually flies around in, and it was a different price. So I was like, okay, so is the open staff the higher, like the 7-inch line, or? But I guess it's just a different version of the smaller one. So yeah, I was confused.
Yeah, where were you? Where do you purchase your McFarlane stuff from?
I don't like have a specific place. I think I just saw links from Toy Migo's Instagram that I had swiped up on, and I think it was like it might have been Amazon or something. I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but I remember I saw 2 different versions because the one where Aang comes with the open staff, is that one an exclusive, or is it just a deluxe?
Not 100% sure. I'll be honest there.
Yeah, because there was a difference, and I thought it was exclusive or something.
Yeah, if they are, I don't think they'll be like super exclusive. I know on their links when they posted these, it was all just to Walmart, but McFarlane will do that with things. And then they'll also do a similar thing like what NECA does, where they will just release it as a immediate release somewhere first, and then later on they'll release it elsewhere. So I'm not sure if that's their plan or if it is just Walmart for now. We'll have to see. But that's what we're looking. They also showed a ton more pictures of the 1966 Batman and like the Batcave figures.
I know.
There.
I saw that.
Nothing was up yet at the time of our show really with those in concrete. We'll cover them later on. But yeah, the glider one that you're talking about, Eddie, is so these are like 5 inches, I believe. That's what, close to what I thought they were. The one you were talking about, Eddie, is the glider one, and I think it is a Walmart exclusive, at least for now. There's nothing, usually when they're like full out like Walmart exclusives, they'll say like Walmart exclusive on the listing on Walmart.com, but they don't here, so I'm guessing they're just starting with them.
Yeah. Because he's been doing that with a lot of his stuff, right? Where he's like releasing it first with a certain retailer, and then it's available everywhere.
Yeah, NECA's doing that too. I'm guessing those are some deals that they're starting to work on that, maybe isn't preferred with them. But who knows? Maybe it's a way that, the toy companies are initiating them and trying to create a way of having people want their product more to make it seem harder to get. And then, once it hits other stores, all of a sudden you can find it everywhere. So, yeah, we'll have to see what they do there. The other, moving on to Super 7. These were pretty cool. We typically kind of just pick and choose what we want to cover with reaction lines. But Sean, you put Disney's Jungle Cruise line in there, due summer 2021. And these typically range anywhere from... What are you laughing at, Eddie?
You said Jungle Cruise, dude. It's cool. Go on.
Disney's Jungle Cruise.
Yeah. I thought I was the only one that caught it, but to be fair, Sean was laughing too. Okay, so
Damn it, we're trying to stay professional here, guys. We gotta impress.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
I'm just
I just so I just thought it was cool though, with them kind of going back to some of these older. Man, someone's racing over there.
Yeah, sorry guys.
But like how they're kind of going back into some of their older films and stuff like that, and starting to come out with figures like this. I mean, probably not anything too crazy. Probably a lot like those old school retro Marvel figures. But I thought like getting the leopard would be cool and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool that they're.
This is for the new movie, Sean.
Yeah.
Oh, is it for the new movie?
Yeah, the Rock, and I think the girl is it Emily Blunt?
I think you're right. She is dressed exactly like Ellie Sattler from.
Yeah, she is. It actually looks just like her.
From Jurassic Park.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's like exactly what she reminds me of there. But yeah, I think that's supposed to be Emily Blunt in the newer, like, updated movie.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, Eddie was just at the set of the Fast 10 coming 2023.
Yeah, dude.
And then this one. So this one you were jacked about, Sean. Talk to us about this baby.
Yeah, I just when they come out with a Megazord.
First tell us what it is.
So it's they're calling it the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Super Cyborg Megazord, right? And it is available now for $85. But I just think it's kind of cool whenever they release another version of the Megazord. We don't really get to see him too much anymore. I'm interested in seeing if like Lightning Collection is going to do something cool with it. But he gets his classic like a sword saber, right? And I am interested in seeing like if it's all one figure. It looks like it's all one figure. You can see there that the pterodactyl for the chest piece pops off and stuff, and you kind of see the inner workings of the Megazord, and you could even see this is cool. You could even see them in the cockpit for the Megazord.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
I don't think it would fit well in like a Lightning Collection, this way. But it's cool to see how they have something a little bit different.
Did they say? Do you know what size it is, Sean?
It's bigger than I don't think it has like an actual set like scale or anything like that. I don't know what it's supposed to be at, but I'm pretty sure it's bigger. It's bigger than most of them. I want to say when I looked it up, it was like, wasn't it like 13 inches or something like that tall? I think it's pretty good
it's
size.
up there.
11 inches, sorry. Yeah, 11 inches, 9 points of articulation. Pretty good for a Megazord, actually.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get this, Sean?
I'm thinking about it. I mean, like I said, you don't really get to see too much of the original Megazord here for the States, like when they released it and stuff. So, I mean, I think the most recent thing they've done besides the other Super 7 one, forget what it was. It was like on card. It was like a 5-inch figure or something like that. But you don't really get to see him this size anymore unless you go like pay a bunch of money for that Legacy collection.
God damn it! I can't dongle. I'm never gonna live that stupid dongle cruise down, am I? And then this one, Sean. I know you were all over this one.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited for this Goldar. I think it's gonna be it's already. I think it's 7 inches, right? And
yeah,
I think
so their Ultimates line is always, I believe,
right.
supposed to be like 7-inch scale.
I think it's just gonna blow it out of the water, especially for the Lightning Collection. When you get so many things with him, his sword looks awesome. It doesn't look like just one big piece of silver plastic or anything like that they painted over. I like how they give you the option on this one to either have his wings or to have those little pegs that he had when he originally lost them. I think that's how he starts off in the first season, I think, of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. He only has these little things on his back, and then Lord Zed grants him his wings back and stuff like that. But comes with 3 pairs of hands. I don't really know what the things are over his head are. I don't know if that's like supposed to be like the coins or something like that. But the other head sculpt looks pretty cool too. He always kind of has that laughing, talking face in the show. So I think that was a cool addition like that.
So this guy is a bad guy, right?
Right. He's like the right-hand man of Rita and Zed.
Hello.
Oh,
Did
did I
you not
freeze
hear
up
us?
again?
Yeah. So
My bad, guys.
What?
But
No,
what
I can hear you.
I was saying, he's like the right-hand man of Rita and Zed.
Sure. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. I think people are estimating probably gonna be a little more expensive than some of their other. You guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, probably going to be a little more expensive than their normal ultimates, but am I still lagging or no? Are we good?
It comes and goes, so I think you're fine now.
Gotcha. Okay. But yeah, anyways, I'm pretty excited about it that they're actually like really expanding on their Ultimates line with Power Rangers. That's good to see. Yeah,
It's nice to have
nothing but-
options.
right, it's
Yes,
nothing
it is.
but good things
You know.
when there's options. So NECA was light again. It's weird. NECA's really been slowing down with some of the news that they've been releasing. It's odd. Or stuff we've been covering. This one was another added figure in their Ultimates line for their Universal monsters. This is Wolfman. So this would be their second figure, I think, already in the line, right? This looks pretty sweet. He comes with like the bear trap that he gets caught in. Couple different head sculpts, obviously all very old school and Kane. Ton of different things here that he comes with. Overall, 3 head sculpts he comes with. 32. I guess it's gonna range from about $30 to $35, depending where you find them. Due November 2021. This looks pretty cool. I would still say the Frankenstein looks the best that we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
But they did a pretty good job with this guy too.
Yeah, I
What do
think
you
it
guys
looks
think?
good. Looks pretty cool. I like all the different heads, and I like the cane accessory and the bear trap accessory. That's cool.
Eddie, you didn't get the Frankenstein, right?
No, I picked a couple up for different people, but I didn't get one for myself.
That's
That
okay.
was a sick figure.
Yeah,
That
that
one.
one was well done. And then just real quick, TMNT the movie 1990 movie 2-pack for Shadow Warriors is up for pre-order. Was up for pre-order. Walmart first, I believe, July to August release time. And then, yeah, that's really all we had for NECA news. There wasn't a ton to cover this week. I was surprised. 2 weeks in a row with light NECA news is pretty rare, I guess. But we'll take a break quick. We'll hear a word from our sponsor, and we'll get back to it.
It's Watto Scrapyard, Annie! We want to thank our friends over at Watto Scrapyard for sponsoring tonight's episode.
You can find them on Instagram at Watto Scrapyard. They're also on Facebook and eBay as well.
Yeah, man, they make 3D printed parts for hard-to-come-by Kenner and Hasbro vehicles, which is a huge help when you're looking for those lost pieces. They also make printed head sculpts of literally anybody you could think of.
Literally anyone. They've made a head sculpt of me. They've made head sculpts of PewDiePie for you. They've made all kinds of Jedi, all kinds of characters from the Star Wars universe. They are absolutely amazing. They can get any sculpt you want designed and printed for a reasonable fee today.
All right, awesome stuff there. Had some good comments coming in during there. Man, this is very cool. Scott said he's definitely picking up the Wolfman, I believe. And then Eddie said, I'm still looking for 2 more Frankenstein monsters. Why are you looking for 2 more? And then Scott said he needs to get Frankenstein yet. And then Sean, yeah, I believe that's kind of a tongue-in-cheek, but he said this eBay exclusive NECA release is awesome. Yeah, no kidding. Jason, it's good to see you, buddy. He asked any news on NECA Goliath release. Was he estimated for July? Wasn't he estimated for July? I believe so, but I was perusing their Twitter the other day and I didn't see anything. We'll have to. I'll keep you updated there. I'll check on that for you, Jason, and see what I find. But no news that I was able to come across. I might have missed it, but
It's probably my most anticipated NECA line.
yeah, we'll have to see. Mm-hmm. All right, Sean, off to you here.
Yeah, so for collecting comics, we got the Spawn Universe #1. It released this past Wednesday, which was June 23rd, at a price of $5.99, which is actually a really good price for a double-sized issue. And they're just kind of planning on really using this book to set the stage of how Spawn is going to start looking over the next several years. And then because of this book, they're going to start dropping other Spawn related titles. I think there's 3 slated to come out this year and here pretty quick. But they're going to have a monthly title for Spawn, or a new monthly title every month for Spawn. And I just think it's kind of cool. You know, this is one of those things that McFarlane has always put his heart and soul into, and he's stuck with it for so long. And to kind of see this grow into something bigger, and that, like, basically within the same week, announce a lot of the Spawn universe figures and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be a really popular series. Spawn normally always is, but to be able to expand on it more than what's already been done is really cool. Eddie, do you think you might pick this up, or?
I don't know. Here's the thing. I'm not a big reading person. I know John talks shit about that on our show. Like, I can't read. He isn't 100% wrong, because I hate reading. But I do read every now and again, and I have read comics and stuff, so I'm interested in it. I just don't know if I'll always have it on, like, the back burner, you know, like, oh, I want to read that. And then, you know, who knows if I'll ever get to it. But
Right.
It's interesting. I do love Spawn, so maybe I'll give it a shot. But I love this comic artist. This is one of my favorite comic artists right here, J. Scott Campbell.
Yep. He had like 3 different variants, I think. And then McFarlane had like I think it was like the F cover or the E cover, something like that. But yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a good story. I'm kind of with you. I do have this one shot waiting for me, because I kind of want to skim through it and stuff. But this would be like the first introduction to Spawn for me, because I never picked up that first run. And not to mention that, like, it's just so expensive now to pick up the Spawn run, even in some of like the upper 200s. It's really hard to find, and then the lower issues from like the first 10 are almost impossible to find sometimes. We have a few of them at the shop, but they're like $20 each or something like that. So it's kind of hard to get into the line. So it's a good restart for a lot of people who've been wanting to get into it.
So when did you say this one is due to come out?
It was this last Wednesday. It came
right.
out this week.
Okay.
On the 23rd.
Sweet. Was there any variants yet, or just this one for now?
I mean, there's always variants. This was the A cover, so I just provided the A cover, but there was
a shit ton, right?
yeah.
He was
Not-
he was like advertising, or he's been like teasing this release for a long time, and he's had like I feel like he had like every big comic artist like do a cover of this. Like, I know I saw J. Scott Campbell did a lot, and then I think he had I feel like even Sean Murphy did one too.
Well, and it was like a lot of the guys he took with him, when they created Image too. Like, there's a lot of those. I mean, of course, there's a lot of newer guys who are doing it as well, but those are some of like the bigger guys that he kind of took with him over to Image for a time. But I think there was like five different covers that you could have gotten, and then multiple of the incentive covers. So like the stores have to buy a certain ratio of them to be able to acquire those variants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always like you have to buy like 100 copies, or at least 50, right? There's a 50, 100, and 500.
It just kind of depends on the ratio, because like there's 1 in 10. So for every 10 that you buy, you get one of that variant, and then they just progressively get higher. There's 1 in 20, 1 in 25. It goes up to 1 in 50, 1 in 100. Some of these other companies would go as high as like 1 in 100, 1 in 1,000, things like that. And a lot of times, those variants are extremely hard to come by, because not a lot of stores out there have the space to order 1,000 copies of a book that they're gonna have for years to try to have to go through. But just buying that many in general is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna be good for the brand overall. I hope it does well. So getting into Hasbro, Sean, you want to kick this one off?
Yeah, I got this one. So Power Rangers Lightning Collection is coming out with their Zeo Cogs. It's a 2-pack due to release in November 2021 for $41.99. I have mixed feelings about this. I definitely want the figures. I just hate how they release them in a 2-pack. I like how the variation of them are different. Like some like the with the red body and then the silver body. But I just hate sometimes that you have to buy to get them. I'm sorry, what?
You were cutting out there. Was he cutting out for you, Eddie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, I'm
You
sorry.
cut out
My
there
internet
quick.
is
What did you
killing
say
me.
there?
I was saying that I hate sometimes how you have to get a 2-pack to start off the collection. I mean, I think it's a good way to acquire these, just because the idea for these would be to get multiple, because they're never just fighting like 1 or 2 off the bat. It's normally a whole team, but to see them progress this much further down the line from Mighty Morphin to Zeo is really cool. One I think I forgot to post was that Pink Ranger too. She's a 2-pack. So there's a Pink Ranger that's gonna come out here soon too. For what's her name? Right? Catherine. She's they have her rendition as the Mighty Morphin Pink Ranger, and then also as the Zeo Pink Ranger too. But I'll probably end up getting the 2-pack and then kind of waiting to see if they come out with individual ones, just so I can kind of pick them up at a better pace than having to get, I don't know, 2 of these,
Yeah. Wait for the GameStop sale. I feel like a lot of these Power Ranger Lightning Collection 2-packs will go on sale on GameStop a lot of the time.
Isn't that good though to kind of have army, because these are army builders, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it good to kind of have them in 2-packs?
Yeah,
for that,
I mean,
though, too. It's a good
I'm
one
sorry.
to do 2-packs with.
Sorry, you broke up.
Aren't these good ones to have 2-packs with? When they're army builders like this?
I think so. I think so. That's kind of why I'm torn about it. It's like, it's. I feel like it's a double-edged sword because you can buy the 2-pack. Obviously, it's going to cost you a little bit more, but if you can't afford the 2-pack at the time or at all, then you're kind of screwed until they come out with individuals. They did the same thing with like the putties, you know. I think the putties came out in a 2-pack, and then eventually they came out individually, you know.
Sure.
I don't want to be a dick, Sean. I don't want to be a dick, but what I'm going to say is going to sound like dickish. But if you can't afford a $40 2-pack, don't be buying toys, dude. And as long as you're not like, you know, in high school or shit. If you're like saying like, I can't get this 2-pack because I can't afford it right now, maybe collecting's not your thing, dude. Just do something else, man.
So that's kind of what I was saying in a nicer way, to where that's what you want, like, army builders to be, is in 2-packs. Like, people will complain about the other way around, where they're like, oh my god, I'm trying to army build and I gotta buy them one at a time, like these things, the squad troopers, or like the GI Joes with the Cobra Island troopers, things like that. So,
and I'm not saying so much though, like if you can't afford the 2-pack, then don't, like, you're just not going to get it kind of thing. I'm saying, you know, like, even if it's just like paycheck to paycheck, you know, I'm not saying like you're going out of your way, like, oh, I have to have this, you know, and you're trying to collect and you don't really have the funds. But, you know, there's times where we have the money to buy multiple figures in a month, and then it's like, oh, you know what, this month's pretty tight, so I got to lose out on it, you know. I think also buying them individually helps it be a little bit less of a pill to swallow, you know, sometimes.
So you could take your time and get them?
Yeah, you know, that's all I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
So you overall would rather have the single packs. Like, if you had to choose army builders, you would rather have them single than double packs, you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, and I guess for me, just like, again, it just depends on, is it a good month? Is it an okay month? Or, you know, am I just gonna have to wait until I happen to run into these at the best price I can find them? You know, I would definitely pick up this 2-pack. I'm going to attempt to, but I think, like with what I did with the putties, I bought those individually. You know, I was getting, I think I bought 2 to start off with, and then I just slowly picked up the next 3, you know.
Yeah.
The putties, they originally released the putties as a single pack, right? And then it was a double pack?
See, I don't remember, because I think the original putties, they come out with like the season 1 putties, and then they came out with the Z putties, right?
Yes, yeah. So were they both 2-packs? Because I could have swore one was a single pack, but they could have both been 2-packs. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Putty, you're saying?
Yeah, the putty.
The
They were
putty
like
patrollers.
Yeah, they were when the Lightning collection had started, and I think one of them was released during like San Diego Comic-Con or something.
Yeah, It was like an exclusive or something like that, right?
Yeah. When I first saw these, when you posted these in the group in the chat, I was like, they look like C-3PO. It's like C-3PO's nephews or something. So I thought that I was never a big Zeo guy. It's Lightning Collection or Wild Force for me. If Wild Force is way down the line, but I'm hoping Lightning Collection gets there at some point, because that was my favorite Power Rangers thing. That was like the one with all of the, I always want to call them Zoids, but all the Zords. different versions of, were they called Zoids? No, right?
Zords, the big robots, right?
Yeah, all the different animal Zords was Wild Force. They had like every animal there was, and that was my favorite Power Ranger thing. But
I didn't notice this before, but so like they have, the silver guy has like a purple effect and then like a chest effect that goes over him. But the silver guy has like a texture to his armor, kind of, it looks like. Whereas the red guy is completely smooth. That's interesting, I thought.
Is that like maybe like a diaphragm joint or something? Like that's like an ab crunch?
No,
Maybe.
I'm like just
He's
you can
saying
see
it
it
on
on
the
his
chest.
I see what
piece.
you're
There's
saying.
like little
Yeah.
dots. It might be a little small to see here, but it looks like
That's
it's
what
got a
she
little
said.
texture. But
It's cool. Keep it
yeah,
going. Keep it going.
Blacks. Black series. They had a few releases here to cover. They had 50th anniversary Power of the Force wave for $26.99 on Hasbro Pulse. This included Luke Skywalker, Han Solo from New Hope, and then Greedo. And obviously, Power of the New Force is kind of the retro old packaging from. It was the 90s, right? 90s, early
I
2000s.
believe so. I have no idea. I'm gonna go with yes.
I
That's a good
vaguely
guess.
remember seeing these in stores. I didn't purchase many of these. I only had like maybe one or two when I was a kid. The big thing that I had were some of the monsters. I'll never forgive my parents for never letting me buy a Rancor. I wanted to spend all my Christmas money on it one year, and they wouldn't let me do it. And it
What was
would've
their
been
reasoning?
awesome.
What did they tell you?
I think
No?
they wanted me
It's
to just
stupid?
save it or something
Yeah.
stupid.
Why are you
smart.
spending your money on this giant ass monster?
Yeah,
villain?
something stupid. Usually like that. Like do something. They always said like do
That
something
explains a lot.
constructive with your money.
That explains why you're so like fucking emo all the time now, because your childhood was ruined by your parents not letting you buy a Rancor, so you're like
I'm emo now.
you're all sad. Look at you're drinking. It's excessive. Like Jesus. No, I'm just playing, dude.
Jeez. Yeah, these ones look pretty good. The Greedo looks actually pretty fair. I believe these are all repacks, anyways. But Han Solo's neck looks like a friggin' giraffe.
His
than
hair
that.
looks kind of short too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it kind of does for it being Han Solo.
Yeah, that threw me off a little bit.
Yeah,
The Greedo looks sick. I think the Greedo's the best one out of all the three.
for sure. And then they also had 3 more announcements. We got the Crosshair figure that I had in hand that I kind of showed earlier. The 200.
This is a different version of him, though.
Oh, that's right. It's
This is the bad,
it's his-
like, once he becomes the elite squad leader.
his Imperial armor one.
Yeah.
That's right. No, yeah. So he has a different. It's like black with like kind of green. It's really Death Trooper ish.
Mm-hmm. Spoilers.
And then
That was Danny's. That was like Danny's prediction that these Crosshairs like the first Death Trooper, and all of his
yeah.
all of like the squad is like this is the beginning
So-
of Death Troopers.
Yeah, no, I thought that with the Elite Squad troopers, like the guys that follow him around, I thought that about him. I didn't think that like they'd be based off of him. That would be smarter. That would make a lot more sense than my theory. I just thought like the people following him would eventually turn into that, but that's a cool transition overall. Like a good explanation on why their armor is black and why they went that green and stuff like that. Well, it's because it's how the Bad Batch was. It's kind of cool. Anyways, so we also got from the Bad Batch clone Captain Rex, which is a re-release, pretty much the same exact figure we've had before. What up, Mario? But he has like a cloak or something on. But
That's from Bad Batch.
Right.
I don't know if that's spoilers or not. That's like 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, when they run into him, I mean, we got to cover it. I don't want to hear about spoilers because I hate spoilers more than anyone, and we have to frickin' cover them in small talk all the time. So, yeah, it's like the same figure, just with a cloak thing thrown over him where you can put the helmet on or off.
How do you? So okay, this is good. This is good about our topic that we were talking about earlier. Would you get them both, just to like have the tunic version and then the regular Rex? Well, you probably have a Rex, but I mean, like, if you already have a Rex, would you get this one too?
I actually do not have a Rex yet, and reason
Oh,
B
okay.
is I want the SDCC Rex. like the special packaged one.
That
where he
was
has,
a
like,
recent, right?
Yep.
That was like a couple years ago.
No, it's been a couple years ago. He had like soft goods like this actually on his tunic area. Tunic area, but this one I don't think I'm gonna get. I want to get that one. I've just been waiting. Every once in a while, Hasbro Pulse will have like a small little mini run, like a re-release of them on
Yeah,
their
I keep
site.
waiting for that to happen. I know. I've
Same.
been looking.
I've missed it like 4 times, but yeah, all these sold out pretty quick. I think the Battalion Trooper and the Rex eventually got like re-released in places that you could find, but this Crosshair sold out very quick, and I never saw him kind of go up for pre-order again after his initial like sellout. But Danny, the truth comes out. He stole that idea from Star Wars Theory.
Wow, Danny, dude.
Unbelievable.
I've been lied to.
Write him a check for plagiarizing already.
Jesus.
So when these released, they were Hasbro Pulse and Amazon, and that was it? Because I think that's the only places I heard had them.
Yeah, and I think they started off on Hasbro Pulse. I logged on and could have gotten them, and to be honest, I should have cared more
Dylan?
than I did.
If you say that one more fucking time, next time buy them all and then say, Eddie, I got them all for you, dude. Because I swear every time you're like, I could have got them too. I just didn't, I didn't. And I'm like, dude, seriously, our friendship is this, it's on thin edge,
It's
like fuck.
hanging by a string.
Yeah, seriously.
The only one I was going to was the Crosshair, and I bailed on that one last second because I was like, you know what? I don't have any of the other ones. I don't want to start on this one. I'll just skip it, and then it's sold out like in 2 seconds.
This is actually Sir Ian McKellen Magneto.
It kind of does look like him there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Is that the same head sculpt as the
It looks
other
like
one
it.
too? It looks
Why do
very
they give
close.
him hair like that? He's got like a buzz cut, right? So I don't know why they give him hair like that.
He kind of does. And then someone in the chat mentioned too that he doesn't have the pauldron. Rex doesn't. Yeah, I've heard that as well.
good
That
call.
doesn't bother me a ton. I've also seen people complain about the visor thing because he doesn't have that on the show or on the Bad Batch.
Mm-hmm.
But those two things, I don't know, they don't bother me a ton. But also, that was it with the Black Series. They also did a 50th anniversary Power of the Force wave for holy shit. This one was a TVC, vintage collection.
Yeah.
Darth Maul, Ahsoka, Offworld Jawa, and ARC Trooper Echo. These ones are still up. You can still find them in a lot of places.
These aren't new, right? These are just like they're shipping now or something, right? That's why
They're
they posted them?
repacks. No, they're repacks from since the last show. Like they were released a while ago, but we didn't cover them on the last show.
Oh, okay.
But I believe a couple of these, like the Offworld Jawa, Mario mentioned, are repacks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just different packaging, I believe. And then they also did a Bad Batch figure 4-pack. This is pretty cool. The 4-pack it includes Captain Rex, Captain Gray, Captain Ballast, and an Elite Squad Trooper.
I missed this one too.
Yeah, this one looks really good. So, these.
I know Mario got two. Mario, let me get the other one.
He got 2 of these ones.
I'm pretty sure he did, dude.
Yeah,
He gets
so it
two
comes like with the.
of all of them.
It comes like with a one box, but then you can break their boxes up inside. They're packaged like separately.
I would definitely
inside.
break it up. I like the cards too much to keep it in there.
Rip it off in front of Mario. Yeah, these ones were Amazon. Good call, Mario. These ones were Amazon exclusives and sold out already. They were for $60, and I think shipping in August. But moving on to Marvel Makes, Sean, I'll let you kind of go through these ones.
Yeah, so
I'll be right back.
Damn it.
So for Marvel Legends, they're coming out with the Spider-Man retro collection, Sandman. It's due to come out on December 1st for $22.99. I really like this. You know, I think we don't get a lot of villains that you can do a lot of cool stuff with, like how they have his head kind of going back in the sand. And I know there was like a Build-A-Figure that kind of had some decent like parts and accessories to him, but I really like the way that they did his classic striped clothing and stuff like that. Eddie, what do you think about this guy?
I think that it's cool. I don't know if they. Dude, we need a Sandman, another Sandman. I know that there's an older Build-A-Figure,
Right.
and then Marvel selected one recently, but yeah, I don't know if it was like a necessary figure to do, but I like the accessories. I like the secondary head. I think the secondary head is what sells it, because none of them that have released so far have had like the power effect on his head, I don't think. I think that they should have done the removable upper torso and gave him the sand effect on the bottom,
Right.
because they
Was
have
that what the Build-A-Figure had?
that's what the select
Oh, the
version
Select.
had. I don't know if the Build-A-Figure. I think the Build-A-Figure just had two arms, like the Powerball arm or the Mace arm or whatever, and then another like hammer arm or something. But I think that was a missed opportunity because they have that Cannonball figure they did that it was split anyway.
Right.
So they could have done it with this guy, but it's cool. You know, I don't know. I feel like they do the same stuff over and over, and there's other stuff that, like, where's the Rhino, dude? I think more people
Right.
would have wanted to see Rhino because that Build-A-Figure is expensive, and
Yeah.
so that would have been cooler. to
Even
me.
was there a select of him as well? I think of the
I'm
Rhino.
not sure. There probably was, but I'm not sure.
That's a good point. You know, like doing some other like spider villains like that would be, especially just 'cause how far he's progressed. He's gotten a lot of new villains over the years. There's a lot of stuff that we could be getting, I guess.
Yeah.
But can you there we go. Thanks. And then there Spider-Man Miles Morales is a Gamerverse action figure only at GameStop due to release 10/1 October 1st for $22.99. This I really like. I haven't played the game yet. I'm kind of saving it for when I get a PlayStation 5. But this looks really cool, and it just kind of reminds me of like classic Miles, you know, with his he does that little electricity thing with his hands and stuff. And I would be excited to see how this is used in the game. I think it's going to be like I know it's been out for a while, but I guess he would like sneak up on somebody going using his invisibility effect and stuff like that. But what do you guys think?
Go ahead, Dylan.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'll pass on this one, but this is a good. I like how the Gamerverse line is associated with GameStop. I think that's really cool. I hope that they keep that up, and a lot of them have been easy to attain. Maybe not initially, but GameStop keeps throwing them up. If you just follow the right people or get alerts, you'll get your chances on getting these. I think this was still up the other day, but yeah.
I wonder what if they're gonna go ahead and expand it. You know, expand the line and drop some other like characters or villains or something like that.
It's weird that they don't do more of them, because how many skin variants? Well, that's a lie. I guess they did do a lot of skin variants from the Spider-Man version.
Yeah,
but
and the Avengers game and then the Star Wars games, they've done a lot for Star Wars.
yeah, definitely. There was a time when I would have picked this up. I needed every like version of Spider-Man there was, and I know Zach's pretty excited about this because Miles is his favorite version of Spider-Man. I think it's cool. I like that. I don't think we've ever had a figure where they show off his camo ability. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's good. I didn't even realize for the longest time that this was Miles Morales, but of course, makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
So this one too, Sean. I don't know if you want to talk about these guys too.
Yeah, so they're doing the next, I guess, wave of the collection, the 3 3/4. These are due for August 2021. They're going to be about $10.99. We've already. I'm a little confused on it. I guess maybe some of these stores got the Gray Hulk and the Black Panther early, but I haven't seen any of these other ones out. I really like the Vision. I'll probably pick up the Vision, and I would probably pick up the Ant-Man. I'll probably pass on the other 3, but the Invisible Woman, the Cyclops, and the Bullseye. Those are the 3 I'll probably pass on, just because I don't want to go too crazy with some of this stuff. But just getting the classic Avengers is kind of where I would be at. I already missed out on that Spider-Man. I can't find that Spider-Man.
Oh man.
Yeah. But
don't they? Maybe they don't. But did they still have it on Hasbro Pulse?
I don't know. I would check.
I would check that. So it's interesting that they started with Invisible Woman, right? For the Fantastic Four, they haven't done any of the other ones.
No, they did the Human Torch. I think that was like that first wave, right?
Yep, You're right. Yeah, technically second wave.
Second wave.
Yeah, because their first wave was like those special 2-pack deals that you had to get on Hasbro Pulse. And yeah,
right.
I think on Hasbro Pulse you can still get the 2-pack of Electro and Amazing Spider-Man for $20 or something like that. God, who got the cops called on him? Is that Eddie?
Yeah.
Jesus, Eddie. Keep it.
Those street racers out there, they got caught.
Yeah, it's Fast and Furious 10.
Slamigra, dude. They're going to get Mario. Just playing.
God damn.
Poor Mario's just sitting there like, what the shit? And sitting there in the chat, still sad about his not getting his 3 3/4 inch TVC pack. I kind of feel bad for him. I should just honestly, like, when I know that there's exclusives going up, try and get them, and then just asking whoever needs them.
If you were a good friend, you would do that. But I guess
to. I've just
whatever.
been so used.
I thought
to
people were
out
courteous from your neck of the woods.
I've just been so used to
guys.
looking out for myself and just Lone Rangering it up here.
Damn.
But Sean, you're right. The Vision in this retro collection, I think, is the best looking one. I think Ant-Man looks really good too. I'm just not a huge Ant-Man guy. But yeah, the Vision one looks really good. So, moving on, we have a couple terrible resolution pictures here. I'm just kidding. We got G.I. Joe. They finally had 2 more releases. They had in their classified series Alvin, Breaker, Kinney with their Ram Cycle for $42. Releasing probably Q4 of this year, most likely December. And then Gabriel Barbecue Kelly action figure for $23. And that one, I believe they are both Cobra Island. So exclusives, that means. Sad face. Again, I don't think I had a chance at Barbecue. Or no, Breaker it wasn't. Barbecue I could have gotten on the second round that he went back up, that I found him on, because he was like available on Target for longer than I've ever seen them up. But obviously, as I explained in the last show, I'm out of this line. So if anyone needs these, definitely let me know. And I can see what I can do for you on Hasbro Pulse or those sorts of things. But barbecue looks pretty sweet, actually. Kind of funky with the black and red looks to them, but
I like the ones that come with the vehicles. I think those are cool. Good army guys too. Like if you're not like into GI Joe and you just need some army troopers, they're good for that. Looks cool. I like the machine gun that it comes with. That's cool.
yeah, kind of the Gatling gun type thing. Yeah, he obviously, like I said, comes with or like you mentioned, the motorcycle, and then he's got a helmet that can go on and off. Barbecue's got his backpack and like a hose for his flamethrower, and then a couple axes that can attach to the backpack, which is pretty sweet.
Oh, so is it just one guy with the vehicle? It's just
Yeah.
one? Oh, I thought they were separate because it showed him with the helmet on and then with the helmet off. I thought it was two separate releases.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
No,
That's
just
cool.
the one guy. So
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
right here is that made me think they were two separate. I didn't even
Like-
notice the helmets on the ground there too. My bad.
yeah, that helmet, you idiot. I'm just kidding.
Okay,
So yeah, that one a little easier. They're making strides in getting them more attainable, and if they're anything like the other ones, anything like the other Cobra Islands, we'll have a chance. You'll have multiple chances to get them as well. You'll just have to keep an eye on them. You got to be an active looker. That's the tough part with them. Like you have to pay attention to Hasbro Pulse at the end of the week, Thursdays, Fridays at like noon if you're a member. Otherwise, it's usually like 1 or 2 p.m. Eastern time. They have to keep an eye out on there. That's how I eventually got most of my Cobra Island figures. But yeah, it's kind of a game. Some people like it, most people don't. I didn't like it. I didn't like the line enough to let it stress me out.
Yeah,
like that.
Seriously,
So.
dude. I feel you.
Beast Kingdom, I think we talked about them teasing this, but it's finally up. The Donald Duck is for $72. This is their like animated line from, I believe. I can never remember. They're not scales, obviously, because they're cartoons, but they have it measured at 16 centimeters high. The Donald Duck. He's got like soft goods on his upper part, and of course he's naked as shit below his shirt.
16 centimeters, that's 4 inches, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
ish.
It's cool.
Uh,
It looks, it's very tempting.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of heads. They make it. I think he has.
Movable
Maybe
eyes?
not. Initially I thought he had like sound effects because of like what
Oh,
they put
yeah.
around him. But when I looked over what he came with when I was on Beast Kingdom's website, I didn't see anything about like sound effects or anything like that. That would be cool, especially from Donald Duck if that's the case.
I know.
But I didn't think I see anything. Beast Kingdom does that weird thing though on their website, or when like you're looking at figures on their website, when you look at or you click on something and you have to like go to specs and then like find the information in a paragraph. But yeah, he's got like interchangeable head sculpts that are regular and angry, and then beaks of open and closed, and then a bunch of different eyes, and then a couple different hands too. One for gripping. I don't know what he'd grip. There's some jokes in there, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure there, but cool idea for a figure again. I like them kind of exploring these different ones, and they look good, right? Like for animated
The
things.
ones, yeah, no, this tempts me a lot. This one, and then they did the Sid and the dog. That one tempted me. They did Andy. So
Oh,
like
from
all
Toy
the
Story?
old, yeah, all the old Disney stuff. Like if they do all these, they tempt me. I'm holding out to see if Super 7 does it though. if I'm being honest, just because I'd rather have
Cheaper.
it in their scale. And I feel like Super 7, we haven't got any of their Disney stuff in hand yet, but that line is what I'm in on. So I'd rather
Yeah.
just keep it consistent or all the same, you know? So
Yeah, and they're quite a bit cheaper too. You know, if you're not super into these characters, but you still want like something to represent them, you know, a $72 Donald Duck is a pretty big
yeah.
investment in a character. Like this has got to be your guy if
Mhm.
if you want in on him. They also did a Superman from the comics. I don't think it was associated with a specific comic. But this one's $86.99, April 2022, as well as Donald Duck. He comes with chains made out of kryptonite, and then light up function for his laser eyes. But he doesn't have the lasers coming out, which is funky. It's just like the lasers like kind of seeping out the sides.
Yeah.
So that one's kind of odd, but this one looks good. I hope they do well. I wish them the best in these lines. It's not my thing again, just because of scale wise.
Yeah.
If this was 1/12 scale, I would say I would be picking this one up. I really want, yeah, I really like good representations of Superman. I'm kind of picky with it. With Superman, for whatever, I'm not even that big of a Superman fan, but I want a good, just like one good representation of him, right? And this one would have been that. It's just 1/9 scale is just not my thing. But overall looks good. The body looks cool. The cape, I believe, is wired and everything like that. So oh, and I guess this is from the 1938 Action Comics. Superman is what it's supposed to be. So
That was the first.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if he looked like that in that comic, but I don't like the head sculpts. Bless you.
Sorry.
Bless you. Jesus.
I spazzed out trying to get to the mute button. And I like totally
You
overshot
failed,
it.
Jesus, man. You're allergic to bullshit.
Yeah, I am. No, Scott said, "How dare you?" No, this is a good Superman, Scott. I think he looks good.
I disagree, Scott. I don't like it. So
Why don't
you
you-
can say how dare you. I don't like the heads, dude. They look weird to me. Like, I don't know. They don't have Superman's heroic look. He looks weird to me.
He
I don't
looks
know.
animated in it, but that's the whole point, right?
Maybe. That's what I'm saying. Maybe in the comic he had that. But then also, wasn't the S different in the 1938 run, Sean? The S is more of like a real S, and it's not this
I
like
think so.
later S. It's like how it is in Superman down here, in the word Superman. That's how the S is supposed to look in the 1938 run, I think.
Now that you said that, I'm looking it up.
Yeah. Pull up the computer there.
And
Kevin.
also where the knees are, the bagging, the bunching up in the joints, that would bug me. But I don't know if there's a way around that. With cloth like that, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, Scott said yes, completely different, and he's the Superman
Yeah,
guy.
he is.
And he was saying, "How dare you?" to saying I wasn't a big fan of Superman.
Oh.
Okay, I'm not saying I don't like Superman. I'm just saying being you're either a Superman fan or you're a Batman fan, typically, right? And I'm a
Yeah.
Batman fan, so like that's my big thing is I'm big Batman fan, not a big Superman fan. But that doesn't mean I hate Superman fan. I will say some of the animated movies that you can find like on HBO that DC has done based off of obviously like comics, real comics of Superman. Some of them are some of the better ones on there that are based around Superman, like the death of Superman. That whole storyline, I think that breaks it up into 2 or 3 movies. but I really like his storylines a lot. For me, it's just he's obviously the classic superhero, no flaws really, except the kryptonite weakness technically. It's just interesting in a lot of those movies, a lot of his power, or like his enemies, a lot of it revolves around like taking his power away. Like the other one that I saw was the parasite one, where the parasite gets stronger by him trying to like use his powers on him and things like that. It's a really cool idea, but that's kind of what I meant. Like, I actually do like Superman quite a bit. By the way, if anyone finds one for me, the Justice League Hot Toys Superman is like one of my big searching for figures right now.
You don't want the black one?
I'm on the fence about it. I for sure want the regular suited one. I'm on the fence about the black suit. If I'm gonna have one Superman, I want the regular suit, I think. So that's kind of why I'm going there. So
Yeah.
if anyone runs into that, hit your boy up. Sentinel, finally. So we talked about their tease on this guy last show. They finally solicited the Into the Spider-Verse Peter B. Parker figure. This is so this has the version, or we didn't know this at the time, or I think we may have it. We didn't piece it together though, that this had the ability to like turn it into Peter B. Parker, apart from the regular like Peter Parker, like the blonde, skinny looking Spider-Man, compared to like the beer gut Spider-Man. We didn't really piece together that you could essentially make two figures out of it. But this is a cool looking Spider-Man. Reminds me a lot of Mofex comic book version that a lot of people refer to as like the best Spider-Man out there.
It's a really good one.
Like this pose where it looks like he's like shoots out like his string and he's like trying to hold him back.
Yeah.
That one is that's really cool. I feel like cool pose.
Yeah, it is.
There's two versions of them. There's a standard and then like a kind of a special or deluxe version. On Big Bad Toy Store, it's $130 for the standard or $180 for the version with the special version, which gets you the statue, which is huge, mind you. It's like a gargoyle building statue head thing that comes out, and it showed. There's pictures with him on it, and it's so big. It's gigundous, some would say. But it's interesting, like, he's all over the place with price for the most part. Like, I knew better too. I just wanted to see what would happen if you went to the website that they tell you to on their Facebook to pre-order this guy overseas. And of course, like, I tried to check out because he was like $90 there, but still with $37 shipping, I think.
Yeah.
And then when you try and check out, they're like, please put in a Taiwan or Hong Kong address.
Oh, wow.
So, that one, it obviously didn't let us check out that way. No, that's fine. There's been whispers that, not whispers, but a lot of people think it's going to get the same release that the Miles Morales one did, where it was released on GameStop for a lot cheaper. I think Zach was the one who just
I think people are praying for that more than
Zach bought like 1,000 of them.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
literally.
sure, give or take a few from there. People are kind of hoping for that, and then I think Bluefin said something about how they may stock them as well. I don't think it's going to be as cheap as a lot of people think. He comes with a lot, even without the statue. So I don't think it's going to be as cheap as a lot of people think. Like I said, the base figure from their website, if you're ordering from there, it's even like $90. So it's hopefully, like for a standard version, hopefully it's cheaper than $130. That's very spendy for 12 scale. But I'm so confused. John, I gotta say, John, love you, buddy. But I do not. You were saying about how, was it this line or one of the other lines you were saying, he was saying that he wanted them to expand on the
Yes.
line.
Yes.
And
This line.
that's coming from a Hot Toys collector. You fucking kidding me? That's like what damn near got me out of Hot Toys, is them not finishing lines or finishing them like 5 to 10 years later when I'm that much closer to death. Like that's like, to me, like, you gotta, if that those are your issues, that's excuses to get out of it, because you collect Hot Toys. They're one of the worst offenders of that.
Not finishing a line?
Yes, or like not expanding or starting with odd characters, things like that. But yeah, having this guy in Miles, it is interesting. A lot of companies won't start off, their first 2 figures in a line with the big bangers. So hopefully these sell well enough to where they can, come out with what's the pig one called?
Spider-Ham.
What? Yeah, Spider-Ham.
Spider-Ham.
And then,
I don't think Spider-Ham will be on his own. I think we've been seeing this with every person that
Right.
does one. It'll be with Gwen,
Spider-Gwen.
or maybe
Or Noir.
even
Noir.
Noir. That's one I'd be interested to see them do.
Yeah.
Noir,
Or-
because
Like what you said, Eddie, what would be awesome in this line is Predator, right? That's his name?
Prowler.
Prowler. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one
Yeah.
would be sick.
Prowler, no one's done Doc Ock. I know it's a female version in this animated series. No one's done her. No one's done
Kingpin.
Kingpin. Those would be cool to see. Who else was in that show that
What was it?
I was thinking about it.
Is it Abomination? It's not Abomination. It's
No.
Kingpin
Absorbing
would be
Man?
weird.
Is that what you're thinking of? What are you thinking of?
no. Who's
Scorpion.
Scorpion. Oh, Scorpion would be sick because
Yeah,
they
that'd
didn't
be
do
a cool
Scorpion
one.
either. I know Zach loves this line more than the Mafex one, but I actually like the Mafex Peter B. Parker better, because if I have a Peter B. Parker from this animated series, I want the Mafex version, the one that has the boot, the one shoe on, and then the cloak and the coffee and the pot belly. Like, I guess
Oh,
it's
this
cool
guy-
that
So this guy does come with a pot belly. Sorry, this was probably
Yeah,
a bad
the swap
picture
out.
job.
the swap
Yeah,
out
he-
abdomen.
Right.
Yeah, it's not the like actual. I thought he had the actual belly when he's wearing the cloak and the sweatpants though, and that's what I was talking about. But
Oh, I see.
but you can argue that since Mafex already did that, then you get that with that, and then this you have this version of him, which is good too. And it's definitely cool. I think the coolest thing they did is give you the what's his name? Something Riley? Ben Riley, right?
Ben Riley. The
And I think that's the coolest thing is that they give you that head. But I
Yeah.
think it's overpriced. It's extremely overpriced.
You think this one is overpriced, you're saying?
I think both versions are overpriced. It should be closer to 100, I think.
I would say, yeah, you can't miss on it when you're charging, like, I think the guys on the regular show mentioned this, but you can't miss on it when it's 6 scale or, high-end 6 scale quality or pricing.
Yeah.
That's you pretty much got to knock it out of the park or not at all. So yeah, this guy comes with like extra hips, a bigger abdomen, with a coffee cup, a newspaper, a bunch of web effects, and then 5 total heads. So like the regular blonde Peter Parker, the 2 Peter B. Parker heads, and then the 2 Spider-Man heads. And then of course like a plethora of hands and stuff like that. He does come with a lot, but like you said, Eddie, it's rare that he's like in full suit. It seems like clean, right? Peter B. Parker anyways. But I think Foosh mentioned too on his weekly when he talked about how this is just like a cool Spider-Man overall.
Yeah, and
But
Dean said that too. Dean said this is just if you want a good looking Spider-Man, this is a really good looking Spider-Man to have
Yeah.
on your shelf.
right, yeah, very comic book esque when if you just go to the regular Peter Parker version. But overall, yeah, you guys said it well. It's pretty spendy. Sentinel is overall pretty spendy, but I've heard good things about him. I don't have anything specific from him, but like they've dabbled in 1/6 scale stuff. They did the Iron Spider before Hot Toys did, and a lot of people said pretty good things about that figure. But yeah, I haven't really checked it out. If we could get this for cheap from GameStop, I would maybe do that. I think I could get talked into it if I could see it for the similar price of what Zach purchased his warehouse full for. But yeah, cool Spider-Man overall. And then Dean actually showed me this. He mentioned this to me. The Loyal Subjects, a brand out there. They typically do different types of figures, similar to like not Funko Pops per se, but like stylized like Funko Pops. They teased their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle line with the main four: Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael. Not up for pre-order yet, and I think that we're probably looking at $15 a piece. And I think these are 5-inch scale figures. But yeah, for TMNT collectors, that's pretty big. That'll, like I think Dean mentioned, that's kind of a game changer for a lot of these guys. So can't have enough TMNT in this day and age, that's for sure. But yeah, that's all we got for the news here. There's a lot of news we had to fly through here. Holy shit. We reached 1,000 subs. The giveaway had already happened. Probably should have removed the slide, I guess. But again, we want to thank all of our Patreons, new Patreons, everyone. Again, you guys make it possible for us to put together this quality podcast where I can mispronounce, what did I say, Dungle? I can mispronounce jungle. But Sean, you want to hack away at her quick?
Yeah, so we want to thank all. Oh my god, we want to thank all of our Patreons, starting with Ben Porter, Sean Fear, Ian CB, Renee Mendez, Eric Marcel, Quinn Aguirre, Leo Hernandez, King Louie, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, James Coley, Red Right Hand, Danny Lee, Deanie Martin, Stephen Krent, Big Fern, King Zachary, Caesar Marquin, Mike Cruz, Lisa Martin Balmonsky, Rick Gregorio, Alvin Jules, the Everyday Collector, Ricardo Valdez, Bo LeBoyd, Jimmy James, Mario Cortez, Stephen Percha, Sean Yahtzee, Scott Bradley, Steve and Maria Stanley, Jesse Contreras, Lord Voldemort, Eddie Manzanares, Joe Corpus, and Mr. and Mrs. JB.
Thank you guys. Again, we love you. So for our Patreon June benefits, again, we had our Small Talk sticker with our updated logo here, and then the Oxfather sticker, a picture of Zach, a bit stylized, but July Patreon benefits, we have the clip sticker and then Mount Collect More magnet. God, I love that Collect More magnet.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
That is a good one. And then so our 3 tiers, we have Sweet Angel at $5. You get access to Ox After Dark replay. And then a sticker sent straight to your door. Certified Crispy for $15. You get those things along with a Certified Crispy certificate to post next to your figures you really like, post in the group. And then assistance with figure fixes by Zach. And then, the updated thing there is international postage will be charged at cost for certificates. Zach said he mentioned that he had taken them to the post office recently and it was pricey. And as everyone knows, yes, we have Patreons and things like that, but there's a lot of behind the scenes costs in a lot of these things. But the Water Guy, $25 a month. This one, you guys get a signed Collecting Weekly Live 18x24 silhouette poster, doubles of all the stickers, one sculpt a year painted by Darkside Customs, Ian over there, and then benefits of the previous tiers, and then same thing, international postage will be charged at cost for the posters. Or Zach did offer a free printable file to be sent out. A shout out to Ian and Pete on their most recent show. They're like, welcome to, they said something when they opened it up. They're like, welcome to OFAC, the only show that won't talk about shaving your balls the whole time.
Oh yeah, they won't make you shave your
Yeah, I just thought of that now. But so for this month, for Pride Month, we are selling a Collecting Weekly Pride T-shirt on T Republic. All the proceeds go to the Trevor Project. 100% of the sales do. And then we also want to shout out the Everyday Collector John. He does a great job of kind of posting the crap out of our entire network for us. He's big part. He does a lot of work for us. And then we just got our slide of shows here. We got, obviously, you're listening to Small Talk. Also, check us out next week. I did want to point out we won't run into OFAC, Only Fools in Collecting, as next Thursday is their Thursday to go live. We will be going after them, obviously. They usually go live in the afternoon, our time, so we won't be running into them. Collecting Weekly every Tuesday, collecting rarities. Rainer has a show coming up, Rainer and Seth, right, for that.
this Sunday, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
Sunday.
is scheduled out, I believe, for Sunday. And
Sean will be on there, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
it's-
on most of it. Yeah.
It's beer related, right?
Yeah.
Beer and
related.
porn magazines, dude. Beer and Playboys. He said adult comic or adult magazines.
Magazines. Yep.
So
Interesting.
great episode. I didn't know Rainer was an aficionado of adult magazines, but I guess him and Seth do peruse the magazine aisle when they are at 7-Eleven. So
I did not know that either. Yeah, that's
right when
scheduled
they're
not-
buying their beer, dude. Right after they buy their beer, they kind of slightly walk by that magazine rack, you know.
side eye the trucker,
exactly.
the trucker aisle.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah, that's scheduled 9 p.m. June 27th, and then In and Outs. He doesn't have anything scheduled. Is Mario going live tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Mario should be going live tomorrow. I know he did Saturday last time. I don't know if that's sticking. Did he decide against that?
No, I think we're gonna keep it to Fridays. So.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say Saturdays would be bold. I would never be able to do Saturdays. I'm gone half the time on weekends.
I think we decided. Well, I think Mario decided because we just had more live interaction and viewers on Friday. So I think the viewers would rather have it on Friday, or at least that's what we were seeing from the feedback. So Friday it is.
Yeah. Gotcha. And what time is that tomorrow?
I want to say 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's usually what time we go on. So
So that's 10 Central Time.
10 Central, 11 Eastern.
Okay. And then CW Clips. That's the Instagram page ran by you, Eddie. You do a great job there.
I need to. I've been on hiatus from Clips just because of work and everything, and so stay tuned. I'm gonna be uploading some stuff, but I think the last time I uploaded was last Small Talk, so I have some catching up to do. But it's the move and everything. I apologize, guys. Clips is kind of fell behind, so I'll get on that.
No, that's cool. It's just a good page to kind of go back and just pick out fun, like random funny moments. So, no, that's good. And collecting weekly live unboxing. I believe John does that every Monday, and then from there it's just sporadic, right?
Yeah, Mondays are usually retro unboxings, because luckily John has never opened anything he's ever bought, so he has a surplus of old figures to open on Mondays. And then, like, other than that, live unboxings are sporadic to whenever we all get something in that we want to share with the people. So
yeah, and then After Dark, last night's After Dark was a banger. I just happened to like hop on, and I was like starting to get a headache, so I'm like, I don't know how this will go. I hopped on, and my headache just turned into an instant migraine.
Jesus.
And I was like, oh man, this is gonna struggle, but hopefully, typically on After Dark you have enough people to where it's not that big of a deal. Mm-hmm. And we had Matt on from Rogue 16, which was awesome. And then who ended up hopping on later was Andy from Keyboard Warriors. That is the first time in my life I will admit that I was fanboying or starstruck.
Oh my god, Dylan. Such a nerd, dude.
That was the first time that's ever happened. Like, in the hobby, I mean. Like, I don't think that would happen with really anyone else. I've just been following him since really the days that he started uploading figure videos. Mm-hmm. And he plugged a lot of his new Iconic Studios figures that are coming out. Check it out. It's a great episode there. And then Ox Plays, that's where we stream video games. Zach does his Flight Simulator and GTA, things like that there. But yeah.
I think we're maybe doing an Ox Plays this weekend. I think Zach was mentioning we might do something. So I don't know. It's always either in between Scribblio, however you pronounce it, or GTA, or maybe I keep trying to say Among Ox because I used to love doing Among Ox. That's what got me to the channel, I think, was Among Ox last year.
Really?
So I love playing Among Ox with the guys and everything. That's how In and Outs started too. Me, Mario, and Danny and Zach just talking about having a show, and then afterwards playing Among Ox. So hopefully we do that, but I don't know.
I would maybe join you because you can just do that on the computer, right?
Yeah, it's like you could do it on the computer or your phone. It's an app.
Yeah.
So it's free.
I think I would do that. I've never played before. I've watched people play. I know the gist of it. I would join you guys if you guys ever do that. Hit me up. But yeah, cool. It's a fun time. Again, thank you everyone. It was a good show. I appreciate everyone in helping us get to 1,000 subscribers and reaching as many people as we possibly can on Small Talk. But thanks for joining us tonight. This is a show where we talk about absolutely nothing important at all. Actually, sorry, 1 second real quick before I teased. I said I would tease giveaway items for episode 50. So I showed you the Black Series Bad Batch figures.
Those are not giveaways. Don't listen to him. He's lying. Complete lying.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what Eddie offers. We have Marvel Legends.
Those are cool.
Phage, and then Marvel Legends Carnage. We'll do that as one package. Holy shit, Phage is heavy. And then Shin Godzilla from NECA. Shit. So this is I believe, like they call it like the Atomic Blast version. So it's the version he's like doing his blast that like destroys everything in the movie. And then NECA as well. We are doing 3 here. Or we are doing. So we're still trying to decide here, but so it's 3 from their anniversary wave. So it is Brett.
Sweet.
And then we got the alien bloody version. So he's got like his bloody mouth.
Cool.
And then Parker. So, yeah, I don't know if we're going to do all of them. Some of them we'll see. There's also some G.I. Joes that I like from Hasbro Pulse that I think I want to do. A couple Cobra Commanders, but just so everyone knows there. But yeah, we will call it a night now. I just kind of wanted to throw those out there. I promised a tease, so I got the people a tease. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Have a great night.
Bye, guys.